Wednesday night is Rocket League night here at the AEL Formalcasting, joined by Queen Morgie, and welcome to our second week of the Elite Series. Morgie, last week we kicked things off, and it was a long night. I think we can both agree that was one of the longest nights of AEL Elite Series we've ever had.
I think you're right with that one. I was going to say probably the longest night. Obviously we had a few delays, a few technical issues, but in saying that, a few really good games. We didn't have a single sweep last week as well, which made things a little bit longer. We had plenty of good OTs. Yeah, definitely all of that kind of added up to extend the night, but it was a good week.
I think it was a fun week, and you know what? The fact that we had 0 sweeps kind of tells us that this season it's going to be a competitive one. At least I hope so. That's what we're going to be shooting for. And, well, if it is going to be a close season, well, I'm happy we have some sponsors who are very close to our hearts as well. Starting, of course, with AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provides best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. And Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
Yum.
Morgie, let's take a look at the standings. Let's just jump straight into this right now because we're getting close to this series right now. And I'm looking at the teams warming up. I'm looking at the standings, and I mean, we're in for a fun day.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, not a huge surprise or not a huge shocker that UNSW is sitting pretty at the top of the ladder at the moment, equally tied with UON, another strong team from last season, actually. And excitingly enough, our first matchup tonight does have UON and MPU, but looking further down the ladder, we've got Swinburne making that top 4 as well, followed by UTS, QUT, Griffith, and RMIT, who all suffered losses last week, but we did have some tight series, like we said. So, with things starting to heat up in week 1, we still got a long way to go.
It's always kind of tough to look at standings at the end of the first week because it's so straightforward. Either you won or you lost. Things don't get spicy until after this second week. And if we take a look at the upcoming schedule, you can kind of see exactly what I mean because our very first match is going to have 2 of those undefeated teams going at it, UON and Macquarie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, on any given week, that is going to be kind of telltale of where those two teams stand. But again, in saying that, we're only in week 2, so it's not the be all end all for this matchup tonight. Looking further down the list as well, we have QT taking on Swinburne. We've got UTS taking on the #1 seed at the moment, the UNSW side, and RMIT versus Griffith later.
Yeah, it's going to be a very fun night for sure. I kind of feel like we're starting off, though, with the real treat with that UON versus Macquarie matchup. There's definitely one I'm excited to see because UON, in my eyes, they're always a sort of a tough team to kind of peg down. Macquarie, on the other hand, well, it's a lineup that we have some pretty high expectations for. How can you not, though, when you have, recently signed to Power, if I'm not mistaken, Lunar on the Macquarie side?
Exactly. It's making for, like you said before, it's making for a really interesting season where we've got, a team like UNSW, who was a favorite last season, who went so, well, I want to say undefeated, really, or they were sitting right at the top for the entire season. But we've got teams now this season who are looking like really good challengers, like MQU with Luna. That's a huge pickup for Uni. Obviously, being an RLCS player, having won an Open recently is a huge thing for the team.
That said, it doesn't actually look like. Oh no, Lunar is scheduled to play today, so I am excited to see that. We're also going to be seeing the return of Akame to the lineup. So I mean, it was interesting, Morgie, because when we watched Macquarie last week, we came in with high expectations, and they struggled. I believe it actually went the distance. It went to that game 5 with them, which was a bit of a shocker. So against UON, a team that's won as well, with strong performances by Eminence. I mean, I kind of feel like if Macquarie wants to be that #2 team, they need to kind of emphasize that in this matchup.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a bit of a tough game, that's for sure. And going the distance wasn't, I guess, what either of us really expected in that match. But nonetheless, it's where they ended up. And as we've spoken about, being week 1, it's not always telltale. There's always a little bit of growing pains. There's always a little bit of trying to find your feet, coming into the league. So we'll see how that team continues on for the season. But we're going to see how they're going to go tonight on the MQU side. As you mentioned, we do have Luna and Akame. Joining them, we have Paul for tonight, who we did not see last week.
Yeah, that's going to be, I believe, their team captain as well. So this should be the normal starting McQuarrie lineup moving forward. At least I'm hoping that's going to be the case as we are getting very close for kicking off our first game. It does look like the players were happy with the lobby, so it should just be a few moments until we kick it off. Last chance for predictions, Morgie. I'm going with McQuarrie 3-1.
Ooh, 3-1. I it's really tricky to say actually. I think that I do have to side with you and say that I do think Macquarie is going to win this one. I think it could go the distance. I think there's still those growing pains maybe this week, maybe UON will take them to game 5. We've seen UON in a lot of game 5s as well. It seems to be their style. So I think it is Macquarie, but full length series.
I mean, that would be. I still can't help but feel like for a team with Lunar and Akame on it, if they were to go 5, it would still be seen almost as a disappointment for them.
Mm.
However, UON has always been that team that's kind of placed to their opponent's level. It's tough to write them off. They've had like a history of strong performances, and hopefully we will be getting them going very, very shortly. A little bit of a last moment technical hiccup, but soon we will get on that pitch.
Yeah, we will be joining very, very shortly. Just a little technical hiccup. Maybe hopefully not as long of a technical hiccup as we had last week. Hopefully this isn't the start of a repeat, but
If it is, we know whose fault it is, and that would be yours because you're the one who like promised everybody, "Nope, tonight's gonna be good, no hiccups, no technical blurps. It was gonna be smooth Rocket League all the way through." And well, fortunately, Morky, maybe we're a minute behind schedule, but no more because we are on the pitch right now. 5 minutes on the clock. Game 1 underway.
I was so confident, Formal. Everything's been fixed. Everything's been sorted. I had camera issues last week as well, lighting issues. I fixed all of that this week. Joined the call, was confident that we're going to have no issues. Let's pretend that one didn't happen. It's only a minute. We are into this first game of the night, and things are already looking like they're heating up.
That was a kind of crazy pinch right there to start things off. Big, powerful strike over to the red side of the field. Of course, it is UON in blue. Macquarie is in red. Shot from Lunar.
Ooh.
Will be saved by Eminence on the back foot. Bud tries to get past the midfield line. Not able to. When watching this Macquarie team, though, again, we know they have the mechanical skills. We know they should have the game sense and know-how. They also are going to get the first goal.
UON here just pushing up a little bit too far. I think when Eminence went to the shot there, I think Buck was pushed up a little bit too high as third man. Maybe looking for the rotation, looking for some boost on the way out as well, giving MQ a classic.
Yeah, so that is going to be the quick first point. We look to see a little play through the wall. That is Corpse staying on it. Ascento will cut it off down to the corner. Akami waits. Won't be able to go too much further. Here comes Lunar up across the midfield line. Bud wants to challenge, but it still goes in favor of the Macquarie side. Not enough of a favor for a shot. In fact, Ascent with a nice flick nearly goes themselves. Sets up the shot for Eminem's diving save. Akami keeps the ball out of the net, and the defense, it can't hold forever, or can it? Akami will clear it to the safety of the corner.
You got that little ding that indicates that the ball did hit the crossbar, so we're getting close, but not quite on target just yet. UON, they're going to have to be really careful, Formal, about MQ's mechanics in this match. I feel like, you know, out of all the teams last season, UNSW was probably that team who had the strongest mechanics. There weren't too many teams who could put that to the test or equalize that, match that even. So, you know, MQ can be that team, especially the likes of Luna and Akane on that roster. So, UON, why not pushing those blue teams?
Yeah, it could be a great storyline if UON can bit of an upset right here, but throughout the early stages, I have to admit, it's been pretty Macquarie dominated. All the attacking pressure has been coming from the red side. They've been playing a lot more spaced out. In fact, maybe a little too spaced here. Lob shot really gets over 4% of a rotate back. Despite having wider rotations, Marky, it feels like they're always faster to the ball right now, particularly in the middle of the pitch. And I mean, that's just a testament to sort of A, game sense, knowing when to push, when to fall back. B, well, maybe they pulled back a little bit too early on that one. Follow-up shot from Corp, though, will go through.
Pressure from MQU there was excellent. I mean, it was a great save from Eminence and Ascent almost getting that pinch to get the ball back into the midfield. But way too much pressure from all three of MQU's members there. Forced in that goal, and now up by 2.
2-goal lead would be tough to overcome. Eminence off the kickoff, doesn't have the boost to get up there. Lunar, again, despite launching further back, had the boost, had the speed, gets to the ball first. A recurring theme of this first 2.5 minutes. Ascent shot hit by Corp. Second touch, gets past the midfield. Another good 50 for the Macquarie side. Now Lunar to the net, sets up a Kame, can't put it in.
Was looking very close there for a sec. Great save by Eminence as well. Very much diving on that goal line to get some very, very quick saves. Now taking the ball up into the air. Can he get the the pinch off the roof? Not quite enough to get it in goal. And now taking the ball back down the other way. We have an open net. He's just shot off target, but Lunar would have made it there.
Lunar is going to come along the corridor. Eminence isn't able to get the Corp shot on towards net. Nope, no goal. Second touch. Not a goal either, however, with only 100 seconds remaining, it should be worth noted, 12 shots for Macquarie, only 4 for UON, maybe 5 right here. The pass is good, the shot is better. Ascent makes it 1-2.
Nice little handoff from Bud here. Really great control to hold onto that ball just long enough to make Corp jump, go a little bit too high. Ball was then positioned well, so underneath, get that pass off, and UON capitalize on that one.
A 1-2 game as the players backboard. Here out. Bud actually nearly had a chance, but it was a light pump, I believe, from Corp that denied the shot. So Corp, I have to admit, for being kind of the newer name right now to the Macquarie side, definitely has had an impact this game, more positive than negative, which is a good sign for Macquarie.
Or demo on the sidewall then, looking a little bit dicey for UON's defense. You're putting the pressure on again. The ball's going to go back down the other way though. Well, the boost in the tank to control this away from there. Great control coming out of the MQ side right now. Particularly Corp, as you said, is that kind of more unknown of this roster, or where we wouldn't expect as much impact from, is doing really well. But Kame going to come in and get a goal there himself. Back up.
See Lunar kind of faking the double touch at the tail end of it all. I like how Macquarie is willing to pass the ball off the backboard as aggressively as they are. And they did this a lot last week as well. They just really attacked that backboard, and they use it to kind of play the waiting game and wait for the defense to open up and enable that shot. Like Akame right here, backboard, draws a defender up. Corp as well, I imagine, would be looking for backboard instead, wound up hitting a defender instead. 30 seconds remaining. Just something to be mindful of. You never know when the shot is going to come from Macquarie, and that kind of makes them scary.
Definitely. All three players being as mechanically talented as they are, you never really know. Macquarie now doing really well to keep the ball away from net. UON starting to panic a little bit. It is looking like GG this game unless we see a shot here. Eminence off on that one. Macquarie running away with this first game. UON going to have to fight their way back.
That they are. Eminence trying to set something up. Instead only finds a Kame. Now it's Lunar underneath. Going opposite side. Big bumps across the pitch, but at the end it does not matter. Timer hit 0. Game 1 going to be taken by the Macquarie side.
Just biding a little bit of time. Potentially looking for one more goal just to put that icing on the cake. This is going the way of Macquarie, but can UON get one more? Luna's going to take it back down the other end.
Oh!
Almost. Macquarie with the first win.
Yeah, it was close. It was almost there, but not quite. I'll say this, Morgie, was closer than OCE's chances in Birmingham. Let's get ready to go now into game 2.
Oh no, we go next, don't we? We go Rayleigh. See what happens there. Yeah. Sorry.
I was just thinking, maybe Lunar could have done better at Birmingham. Maybe we should have sent that Scrims team across, especially if he's going to play like this here, the AEL.
It would have been good. It would have been a good storyline, actually, to see the Scrimsword side there. But nonetheless, Chiefs did snag that second spot. And I'm sure hoping to make their way back again to the States for the next one. But we're entering our second match of our first series of the night. MPU up in this first game. Can Newcastle get a win here? We will see.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty big one for UON, considering Macquarie's sort of status on the tournament. If UON wants to win this series, I don't believe a reverse sweep would be the way to it. So I am putting a bit more pressure on that blue side to get it done. Meanwhile, for the team in red, I mean, for the most part, last series, outside of that one counterattack and that late pass, it was in their control, and that should have gone in. I feel like Morgie, a bit of a misstep with UON.
Definitely putting that one a little bit too wide. It could have been a nice goal, a nice easy start to this second game. A miss on the sidewall there, leaving that shot completely open for Corp. There was a challenge. I think it was out of blood, but just not making it to that ball in time. Macquarie now up by.
That's going to be a quick 1-0 lead. Macquarie, there was a brief moment where it looked like they were going to concede the first goal. Back the other way. So, 1 point on the board. Let's see what this blue side can bring. It's going to be Eminence lobbing it towards the net. Up by Lunar. Nice left flank Corp along the outside. Lunar again trying to challenge more across that middle of the field. Eminence is there. Not in a good enough position to finish the play. But go to the opposite side. Ascent. Get the ball again towards the net, but Lunar will clear it out.
You know what is really exciting for I'm going to take us back maybe 20-30 seconds here is you can really see the cogs turning with Macquarie, especially on like kickoffs, for example. You see the kickoff strats, the fakes, that kind of thing, and you know, you expect that out of players like Lunar and Akame, who are very experienced competitive players, so it can be something that really sets the difference between some of these sides, but UON, they're going to have to pick up on that one and try and counter it early.
So often we see squishy saves for no reason, but that one full on getting chased down, a 2v1, and Lunar uses the squishy to find their way to the ball. That was fantastic stuff. And again, as you were saying, it's the ticking cogs, it's the thought process. It's Lunar's game knowledge in OCE, second to none. Like, I think he is one of the smartest in-game players out there. Saw it right there. Let's see what they can do right here. Lunar with the ball to the backward, looking for Corp. They connect, but the shot's not on.
Oh, it was close. Akame looking for the double off the sidewall there. Does manage to hit it and center it back. Bud's going to get a massive clear back down the other end. Corp now in control of this ball with a lot of boost in the tank. Blocked by Ascend. Is there a shot on net? No, Lunar just there in time for that one. Still looking a little bit dicey, but Akame manages to get it out.
And Akame's looking to go back the other way. Lunar, though, cutting off their own teammate. Get the ball to the backboard. Defense ready for it. Ascent makes the climb up the backboard, passes it down to Bud. Another setup. No shot just yet. Here comes Akame looking for the double down and not in. Well read by Eminence, and it was a double commit and a fatal one at that. This game's tied.
Oh no, I feel like the more and more this series goes on, the more and more I feel like we can start to see some of Macquarie's downfall in maybe potentially their overconfidence. You know, double commits, they happen, but when, you know, all players want to be that one to score that goal, want to be that one to get that Becky double or the flip reset, and two go up at the once, leaving net open. It's an easy thing to do and to capitalize on.
That was such an incredibly silly double commit for so many reasons as well. I mean, it was a low percentage chance with the defense there, and well, they're going to get a goal right back off of the Musty. Lunar steals it 2-1.
Yeah, deciding to switch it back on for a second, wanted to get that lead back and make sure he could finish that one and steal the points there as well. Oh, what a way to end that goal. Macquarie now up in the lead again.
So tempted just to type in "well done, Lunar" in the chat. As Akame was popping off. I mean, Akame's got to be happy with that one. The reset Musty did the hard work, only for it to be stolen away by a teammate. Either way, Macquarie's lead nearly gets taken away. In fact, it does. The second touch coming out of Ascent puts it through.
Massive, massive power on that first shot from Bud. Was looking like it was going to go in. Lunar just diving to that save, but Ascent, great positioning as second man there, able to follow up off the touch from the save and equalize this game.
Tied all. Here we go from here. Ascent crosses the midfield line. He set up a shot on net, but it's Akame who will clear it away. Lunar tries to stay underneath. Second touch. Forward up in the corner. Bud to wrap it around. Ascent. Corp. Back over to Akame. Shots on, and it's just too accurate.
Perfect placement right into the top left-hand corner of that goal. A nice touch off Corp. That into center for Akame. Nice shot.
Very nice shot, and again, the lead reestablished. Macquarie it does feel like some of their goals, they're making it look effortless whenever the pressure is on. It's just sort of that, all right, let's focus in, put a point on, and then we'll start trying to go for flips again. Normally, I'd like it if the team had a 2-goal lead or a 3-goal lead before doing that, but McCory seems to do it off the 1.
Yeah, exactly. Something we've talked about in past is that kind of buffer. What makes a team comfortable? What kind of buffer? Usually it is 2 goals. Even 2 sometimes can be a little bit scary. 3 makes you feel pretty comfortable, but when you've got a team with this talent and this much confidence, I'm not overly surprised that they feel that comfortable with 1 goal. With a 1 goal.
Shots on, not in. Corp chase this one back across that middle of the field. Just stay behind it. There's another play through the corner. It's not going to go in. Akame, double commit again.
Go.
Okay, this one doesn't get punished, at least not straight away. Bud tries to pass across the middle of the field, but Corp is there.
Those double commits are going to be this side's kryptonite. We are going to see another shot put on from UON, another equalizer in this match.
Yeah, this time it was a set to just put it up and then had to follow it through when Lunar wasn't able to get the defensive clear they were looking for. Tie ball game, 23 seconds left. Can McCory continue to break these ties in an effortless fashion, or does UON get the upset? It's a kickoff strat play, but it doesn't work out, at least not straight away for UON.
No, but they may still have a little time here. The ball is going to go back down the other end. It's in Akame's hands. This could be dangerous. He's going to drop it down to Luna. Can he take the shot? No, a little bit soft on that one. Macquarie still with control of this ball though. Akame looking for a shot. Sent with the clear. Gonna drop down and go into OT.
And to OT we go. Golden goal situation. UON, I feel like they still need this point. Keep themselves well and truly in it. We'll see if they can find it. Lunar, though, off their own backboard, wanted the pass to Akame, but it gets intercepted. Now it's Eminence looking for a setup on their own. Lunar has the speed. Gets a light touch to keep it to the enemy backboard. Bud pops it up, and Akame backflips. Now it's just on Lunar. There's the shot, but the save is there.
Oh, went a little bit too wide as well. That could have been it. That could have been the equalizer in this series for UON, but it's just gone astray. Well, now with control of this one, manages to get it over Eminence, looking to go past Bud as well. He gets to clear back down the end of the field.
There's another double commit, and now defense gets back, but on lower resources than they would like. That's across the middle, trying the backboard. Lunar pops it up in a very dangerous spot. Akame started to commit. Now it's a patient defensive play. Double commit once more, but a set can't push it forward.
Eminence with full boost in the tank. Get it past Akame, can't quite do so just yet. Bud with a nice little flick over the top of one. Go back down the other end though, take a shot on net, but it is saved by
He looks to play it around the corner, out towards the net, picking it up. Someone's got to be there. It is a shot from Bud. Akame will make that save. Eminence tries to keep the pressure on over to Ascent, but now Akame, who wins out, only has Bud to beat. Here comes the Macquarie attack. Fourth corner, back to Lunar, popping it up. Is anyone there for the shot? Akame is, but Ascent will find the save.
Very, very lucky Ascent was there for that one. Eminence is going to send it back down the other way. Bud now with a bang, a clear. Can we see the redirect into the goal from the set? No, just a little bit too high. Back down Macquarie's way we go.
Oh man, this overtime, it continues on backward. This is the best looking chance. But why is Akame rotating back for the shot? Macquarie just continues to play so far forward, and then Lunar gets in Akame's way!
Stop it, that was so close. That was looking so good for Macquarie for a second there. But again, players just a little bit too much sometimes, can kind of get in your own way, can kind of trip over your own feet. And that's what we're seeing the Macquarie's detriment right now.
Lunar should have had it there, but now Akame returns the favor from before and steals the goal away from Lunar. The overtime continues.
Oh, and the shot there as well, the save from Bud, the double save as well. We're going to see Lunar go too wide on another shot. This OT is going to go on and on and on. Maybe we'll see another 6-minute OT like last week.
I mean, if Macquarie keeps saving their own shots, then yes, I think we will. And it's not going to be Macquarie that ends it. UON, they just need one good clearing touch, and they probably put this game away. Granted, Corp has been sitting back, so it's going to be a bit more difficult. However, I don't know. There's been more saves from Macquarie shots by Macquarie than by UON.
I think it's also because there's been so many shots from Macquarie in the last minute. even 2 minutes. We've seen some great saves out of UON as well, but there's just been so many from both sides on that one goal.
They can bring evidence. Let's that one slide. Corp's gonna throw it up and into the corner. Pass back over to Akame, and finally, this one will end a 4-3 victory for the Macquarie side.
That's it. 3.5 minutes of OT. Oh, well, I hate to see it. I'll admit that it was not the way I thought this game was going to finish. It was looking more dangerous for Macquarie, but the amount of shots we saw come out of that side, from the amount of the crazy angles, the resets and that we were seeing out of Macquarie just then, nice, easy goal to finish that one off. And they are up 2 series.
And they are going to be up with that 2-0 advantage. Really good for them. Really, really strong for them. And again, they're not as clean maybe as teams like New South Wales might be, but they're getting the job done now. They're getting the win, so that's going to amount for something. As soon as they actually play disciplined Rocket League, I think they will be that force to be measured with.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But what an intense game that was, Formal. I think I'm looking at the stats now. A total of 27 shots taken that game from both sides. 16 from Macquarie, but still 11 from UON. So they're not out of this one just yet. They are able to put the offensive pressure on and they go back down their end. But when you've got defenders like Luna, Akame, and Corp in net saving those goals, it's just so hard to sink them.
Yeah, it really can be. And I feel like the best chance for UON still is the counterattack game. Just wait for the overcommit. We know you're going to see it. And if you can keep that ball centered and keep that ball straight, who knows, maybe you can make something of it. The biggest problem UON's been having, though, is because of how aggressive Macquarie is, they really are burning all of their resources and all their boosts on the defensive side, that they don't really have much for the counterattack, and that's why it's been kind of so slow for the breakaways back on the blue side.
I guess off the back of that as well, one thing we need to be really careful of for UON is just pushing up too far. Like you said, they are using a lot of resources back in defense. So when they do go up into their offensive half with low boost, they're just not making it back in time.
Just short, it feels like sometimes. Well, now a chance here. Corp gets over to Eminence. Good pass back across the bud. Here comes Akame. No second touch. It's just going to be Ascent playing keep away all the way to the far corner. Lunar. This is out on that challenge. Eminence trying to do what they can. Here comes Lunar now. Come underneath. One dribble. So second dribble. It's just a shot saved by Bud.
What was really good there was the selfless play out of Luna on that one, leaving the ball mid-air to go for that air dribble bump and allow Akame to follow up the shot is definitely good. And you can tell when the comms are really going really well as well when we see those double commits happen. On the other hand, going to show that side really good comms as well.
Here comes Akame. Reset, flick across the middle, Lunar's there, second touch is not. Had a chance, but that's all right. We go back into the corner, Ascent now. Will be the one starting up the play court, playing shadow defense, does get the first touch. That sets up Lunar back across the court, maybe? No, Bud gets in the way.
Good troublemaking there from Bud. Sure, that shot was not going to go across the face of the net. Now with some boost in the tank, hits that sidewall. Bud's gonna meet it. Got 3 of UON's players seeking this goal. The shot on, Luna gets the save. The follow-up from Eminence though, and for the first time this series, we have UON in the lead.
That is going to be the first lead for UON, and it comes to actually a really nice play from the blue side. It wasn't a counterattack. It was set up, passed through the corner, defense. A little bit out of sorts, actually. Normally you kind of expect Macquarie to be a bit more prepared, but it was just too clean, too fast, caught off guard. Well done. UON, they have their first lead.
In a sense, they were also kind of starving Macquarie of their resources a little bit. I know Luna was on low boost in net when he made that diving save, and then both other teammates having to get back to follow up quickly. Did play in UON's favour. Akame now going for the double off the wall. Corp gets in the way a little bit. Luna with a weak shot as well. Counter-attacking opportunity, but it's not taken advantage of.
This time, I'm being the key word as it slowly starts to whittle away in favor of UON for once. underneath. Corp didn't get the dunk they were looking for. Pressure stays on, and against the Macquarie side, that's an awkward touch from Akame, Ascent, and Eminence. Oh, they can't connect with each other. Now a chance for the breakaway to the opposite end of the field. Akame steals the goal, and we're tied one apiece.
Oh, URN, the double commit there, the lack of bombs just leaving that net open for Akame. Manages that very, very soft touch just to guide that one into net a little further, as it wasn't already on net. But Macquarie have equalised this game. They are looking to go out with a sweep, our first one after the season.
Oh, that pass was almost so good. Lunar to Corp doesn't turn into a goal. Yeah, we are 100 seconds and a goal away perhaps from our first sweep. That's crazy. 5 games and only won 3-0. Normally, I'd say it's about 50% of the time you'll see a 3-0, but with this pass up the field, it could come the other way. Ascent gets credit for the goal.
What a beautiful shot out of Ascent here. Eminence, low boost, just gets the pass over to Ascent, redirects it into that far right-hand corner of the net. What a great goal out of UON. And again, they put themselves back in the lead.
You know it's a good goal when I can hear production popping off and I'm in Queensland and they're all the way down in Melbourne. Lunar, reset, looking for someone. It's going to be Akame, but that shot gets saved.
That's as excited as I've ever heard BK during a Rocket League game. You see the ball go back into this corner here. And Macquarie really hungry for this equaliser now. We've got a minute left on the clock. Akame going for the double, gets bumped off it. Corp with the follow-up, can't get there in time.
I think, more people should hear production, actually. I think it's the live crowd, right? Especially if they're going to go like, oh, wah, ah. Like, even if it's one person, I don't know. Probably add something.
We need angry, we need the comments from angry as well. I think we need to build a crowd of production reacting to these goals.
I think angry's silent. Angry will just, like, grunt in approval. Like, that's kind of their approach. Here we go, though. 35 seconds left. Let's see if UON can actually hold on to this win, but backcourt. They're just yet. Corp actually no boost. Can't jump out to challenge Eminence. Has to leave it for Lunar. So 25 seconds to go. 1, maybe 2 more chances if they're lucky. If they can even get that, because Bud in the midfield plays keep away once more.
That's it. Ball back in Macquarie's hands, though. Low boost in this corner out of some of these players. It's looking dangerous in front of net. We're going to go back down the other way, though. Potentially a triple commit there, but UON just making it back in time. A shot on target goes a little bit too high from Corp. We've got the save. The ball is still up, though. Ame is going to try and keep this one up a little longer with a flick. And Luna, put the ball on target here. No, not quite. We're still up, though, Formal.
Now we are. Ascent, though, is helping chase us down and nearly goes the other way. Corp off the post, and that throws Lunar off, and that's going to do it. Game 3 goes to UON, and Elite Series remains sweepless.
Interesting that we are still sweepless. I'm curious to see if we go the rest of the night actually sweep. There is a possibility. UON have taken this third game in style, I think very deservedly as well, with that goal from Ascent 4. I think that was quite incredible out of this side, and hoping that in the next game.
Yeah, I mean, if they could keep up this momentum, who knows? We could possibly see that reverse sweep. I still think against a team like Macquarie, when they lock in, they're going to be tough to take down. It's just, when will they lock in, Morgie? That's kind of become the question, and we sort of were nervous about them last week when they went 3 games. The triple commits, they're continuing here. It's making me nervous about them again. To their credit, though, the UON side, I should say, their credit, the goals they got weren't just the counterattacking goals. They were set up. They were matching the pace of Macquarie, who at times actually looked cleaner than what they did in game 2. So, not taking the win away from UON. I think they played that last game fantastically. Whether or not they have the momentum to keep it going all the way through another 2 games, we'll see.
No, I can see what you mean. It was definitely a very deserved win, and UON, you can tell at moments they're very, very calculated in the way they play. They're flowing really well in that last game. Just very, very clean gameplay from them. But there are moments where it feels like Macquarie is kind of, I don't want to say playing with their food, but we are expecting a lot out of this side with a very, very highly rated RLCS player on the roster. Ame as well, another highly rated player. This team should probably be doing a little bit more damage sometimes than we've seen them. They are taking some moments and liberties.
And we'll see how it will play out. Corp set something up. Let's get a bump on Eminence. Lunar there off the roof towards the goal. Eminence again plays keep away underneath. I just enjoy watching Eminence. Eminence is fun to watch, and I think this was the same case last time. Okay, triple commits. They're fun to watch for the wrong reasons. But Eminence is just, I don't know, definitely stuck out last week and is sticking out again this week.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Eminence was, I feel like, a player that's very much stuck in my mind with me coming into regular casting for University League last season. Prior seasons, Eminence wasn't here. Eminence was that new player for UON last season, and he was that question mark we had. Has then come into this league absolutely firing, so I can see why he's an interesting player to watch.
Of course, the backboard of 50 doesn't go in their favor. Now it's Lunar's turn. Set up the corner, but Bud will be the one to cut it off. And to a set, shots on. Corpse, they're able to catch it through that corner. Lunar, backboard. Didn't find a Kame underneath, not straight away. It's not until it comes off the side wall. One more touch might drop it for Corp, and there it is, but the save still is found.
Massive diving save out of UON on that one. They want to take this to game 5. They do not want to go out of this series 3-1. MPU on the hunt for a goal right here. Akame does manage to position his car in a great way to get that 50. Send the ball back down to net over Bud. They are in the lead.
Yeah, just the 50, keeping it out in front. Well done to the red side. Well done to Macquarie. Still a lot of time left, though, in this game, just over the halfway mark. Or under, I suppose. I see higher number. I want to go over. Backwards, under. Tough to figure out. Either way, 2.5 minutes to go. Let's see if they can get some more goals.
Now with a lot of boost in the tank, or jumping for that one as well. It's interesting when we see double commits on goal, but seeing double commits on the passes as well. Some cool times to come sometimes. Demo in net there. Eminence with the save on that back line as well. We still have Macquarie with control of the play.
Sorry, I got a little bit distracted because, well, I'll explain in a moment. Shot from Eminence not going to go in. We're going to see a Akame back to the midfield. Is sent now looking to throw it forward. Bud's there, but not going to be able to.
Turning a little bit too early on that one. Maybe could have made that into the ball in time. Sorry, could maybe beaten Luna. See Akame looking for double. Corp with the shot on net. Goes just a little bit too high. UON scrambling a little bit here in defense, but managing to get it out, only to put it back into Luna's hands.
We're going to see Corp, touch, corner, not there, Lunar. Didn't do too much with it. Now we're starting to bring it back. Here comes a set. Or either Akame up to the sides. Still isn't able to get it. Just, I don't know. It looked to be a little bit of a disappointing pull, if you ask me.
Shot on from Akame, and it is not looking good for UON. Just leaving that net a little bit too open, maybe a little bit missed on the here as the players jump to that side wall. No one able to make it back to net in time for the save. A minute left, 2-goal deficit. Looking good for Macquarie.
Yeah, no, I mean, the entire thing's just kind of been flipped upside down, unfortunately, for the UON side. They're just not where they need to be. 2 goals down, under a minute to go. It's going to take, well, a big comeback, a big Herculean effort. Let's see if they can find it, and, well, an own goal probably doesn't help.
That one might be the nail in the coffin. We did see Luna jump for that one. Like, it was lagging behind a little bit. Eminence maybe expecting a bigger hit from Luna and dive for that save, sending it in as an own goal. Macquarie now up by 3. 40 seconds left on the clock. UON have to do something dire here. They are, one is a good start.
I feel like, yeah, Lunar, just weird angle. He made the cut a little bit further up the pitch than what you would normally expect. I know this is nitpicking, but that nitpick is kind of what allowed the goal. So there you go, 3-1. Another couple kickoff goals, maybe. Nope, this one gets cleared to the blue side.
So Macquarie looking a little bit awkward here. Maybe not awkward enough, but they look look awkward, but, you know, they're going to keep control of that one fairly easily. I thought Luna was going to get bumped. Kame recognizing that, jumping for that pass. And a 3-goal deficit.
In any hope to pull the comeback back. Unfortunately, may have just gone up in flames. Here we go, though. Maybe a set can find another goal. Is this the game that never ends? Not quite. Defense finally steps up. Or does it? 20 seconds left. One last chance to put something on, and it does go in.
I mean, 2 kickoff goals? We've seen it happen, I swear. I've seen maybe just a slight handful of games where 2 goals.
4 goals in the past 45 seconds.
True, so 2 goals in 16 seconds. I mean, it's doable. And they get a kickoff goal. It's looking good here if Ascent can take it, but Luna just beating into that one. High enough in the air. Maybe one more shot. Not quite, though. Kame credited with that save. That is going to be it for Newcastle. And Macquarie are going to take this first win tonight.
Yeah, that they are. Well done to the Macquarie side. They let game 3 kind of slip away from them, and I still think they have to work on their comms. The double and triple commits not doing them any favors, but expectations do meet reality. Macquarie wins it 3-1 and continued their undefeated streak.
Good call, Formal, on the series score for that one. You called it exactly right. 3-1 to Macquarie. They definitely were looking like the stronger team coming into this, just roster-wise. UON, though, really held their own, particularly in that third game. Like I said, it wasn't a what's the word? It wasn't a, I can't think of the word. Not surprise. It was a deserved win in the third game, is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, credit to UON for that one. But Macquarie, our victors here.
You could call it a Textgenzeitst victory, if you will. Haha, April Fool's a day late. Thanks, North American developers. We're going to go to a break, but when we come back, it is going to be our second game. QUT taking on Swinburne, plus an interview from Copt, the team captain of Macquarie as well. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that first game, but it was definitely, one to remember, Morgie. We had a lot of action, a lot of stolen goals, a lot of double commits, and, well, the inclusion of a team captain that was absent the first game. Joining us now from Macquarie, it is Copt. And Copt, first of all, congratulations on that win.
Thank you.
Oh, well, apparently we're not ready for the interview yet, Morgie. So while we wait here awkwardly, how has your day been? I don't care. Hey, Copt, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. Just played some Rocket League, won the game, and about to eat a kebab. So looking forward to it.
Nice, good post series fuel. A kebab after a series, definitely. Yeah, definitely nice hearty meal after a series.
What sauces? What sauces?
Oh, no,
this
not
is a
this.
constant
I need
theme.
this
What
now.
sauces?
Well, who knows? I got to look in my fridge and see what collection I've got, but we'll have a little gander and see what I want to put on my kebab.
Wait, is this a
Mate?
homemade kebab?
Yep. Oh, it's
Even
in the
better.
toast. It's in the toaster right now.
Even better.
That's different.
Yeah.
Okay, glad we don't need to hear Formal's rant about the
No, wait,
the
hold on. How do you
non-superior
freaking kebab?
sauces.
What are you toasting? What's in the toaster?
It's like it's like a wrap kind of thing with like some like chicken schnitty. It's got some.
No, but it's just like
tabbouleh.
sandwich press.
Yeah,
or...
kinda. Yeah, not a toaster, like sandwich press.
We're
I'd
so
say production's
fixated on
laughing at
this
me
right now.
I want to
can
see
hear it.
production put a wrap in a toaster. Okay, toasters are very specific things that only fits a slice of bread. So I don't know how you got the kebab. Anyways, let's talk Rocket League.
Let's talk Rocket League. Yeah, good idea. How did you Bob, how did you feel going into this week? Obviously, with you absent last week, were you feeling confident with the team?
Oh yeah, we've got Luna, Akame, so they're pretty solid. I've played RLCS against some of them, so pretty solid players. With Luna, regional champ, was very confident, and Akame with quite a few good placements. Yeah, I was pretty confident with today as well. Rocked up and felt pretty warm, so pretty solid.
Oh, good.
I mean, so there were though some incidents. I mean, I saw you were usually sitting back when it happened, but a couple double commits, maybe between Akame and Lunar, and maybe a sick musty reset shot that Lunar stole away. Did that cause any strife between the team, or was that just a testament to how relaxed you guys were playing in that match?
Probably more so the relaxed part, because we were kind of just laughing and kind of like half comming, and then it led to double commits and Luna pre-jumping from half the field and trying to hit it. So
Definitely relaxed is it's a good place to be in. Definitely better than going into a game stressed. So you guys are feeling nice and relaxed in that one. It obviously boded very well for you guys. Looking at some of the other teams that we have in the league, is there anyone in particular that you're looking excited to come up against? We've got UNSW, who are our champs from last season, who have some pretty big names on their team as well. Is that maybe a matchup you're looking forward to?
yeah, looking forward to UNSW. Like, know all of them. They're all very good, solid players. Like Zen, very good. Tadagane, I've known for years, and he's a very solid player. And Steve, he's been around forever. So that'll be a very solid matchup. I think that's the one I'm most looking forward to. But yeah.
All right. Well, I'll look forward to that matchup as well. Quite obviously, I think that will be a special one when we get there. But for now, Copt, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll get a chance to speak again soon.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Copt for coming through. I'm just trying to take a look right now when we do get to see Macquarie take on UNSW. And if I'm not mistaken, it is week 5, second game, week 5 to be specific. So got about a month away before that. But you know what's not a month away? Our next match, Morgie. We've got QUT about to come up against Swinburne.
Yeah, definitely another exciting one. I feel like all of our matches tonight will be interesting again, kind of as Formal and I talked about before. This is only week 2, so Now, matches from last week, it's hard to kind of gauge where things are at. We're starting to gauge things a little bit more this week, but we're going to bring the rosters up on the screen. As you can see, Mac and Jacko, our dynamic duo on the QUT side, with Ultraviolet, who transferred across this season, taking on Swinburne, who have put up Multi-Shoot, Jonk, and Scout, who we were missing last week.
Yeah, Scout we were missing last week, and Swinburne still looked impressive. So the inclusion of Scout, a well-known player within the scene, I do feel like this is only going to help improve Swinburne's chances. That said, QUT, I mean, Mac and Jack, always a strong combination. Ultraviolet, arguably Griffith's strongest player last season when they made the final two. Now on that lineup as well, these are two very strong teams, each kind of vying for that top 4 spot. I mean, I know it's only week 2, and I know it's slow. You still have a whole season ahead of you, but these are the matches you need to win if you want to get into the semifinals.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. These are the ones you want to win early on. You want to gain a little bit of momentum going into the season as well. So these matches are very, very important. I'm just looking at this Swinburne side for more. I might be putting you or production on the spot here. Scout, who we were missing last week. Who did we have on Swinburne who Scout has replaced for this week?
Evie.
Name
I kept getting wrong.
Yep.
It was that one.
Oh, yeah.
That said, we are in game. We are live. It is QUT on that blue side, taking on Swinburne in red. It's tough to predict a favorite in this matchup. I don't know. I was at QUT today. Just checking it out. It was very wet, very rainy. That experience, coming back, I'm thinking, channeling, Swinburne wins 3-2.
Ooh, really? Okay, I'll play devil's advocate on this one. I think that this will go the way of QUT, just having that rhythm developed a little bit. Like you said, Ultraviolet was such a standout player last season, joining Mac and Jacko, who were one of my favorite duos the entire season. They just play well. They just play so well together. They're so rhythmic, and they know where their teammates are the entire time. And they put on some attacks like this. It'll be really telltale.
Yeah, I think Scout just has that X factor, but we will see. Either way, this is a very, very evenly matched series. We're about to see some pressure again coming from the QUT side. I mean, first minute hasn't felt that even. It's felt very QUT favored, shots on, but not in.
Would just be our orange side here, trying to find their feet a little bit. They're going to dive to a lot of these saves. Take a quick look at the stats here. We've already had 8 shots out of QUT in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how aggressive they've been, but this is kind of what you expect from QUT when they play at their peak. Jack gets credit for the goal, set up by Mac, of course. This duo, they're so strong together.
Oh, absolutely. There is no stopping them when they have their rhythm, and it's looking like they found it quite early on in this first series, even quite early on in this first game as well. Swinburne maybe underestimated.
And that underestimation, not something that you get away with, not in a series like the Elite Series, and it's very easy for that to backfire. Multi-shoe shot, not where it needs to be. Jonk now trying to set up through that side. Scout, that's more centered with it, but isn't able to put it through.
And starting to put the pressure on a little bit, but just nowhere near as much aggression out of Swinburne right now as we are seeing out of QUT. It's just shot after shot. It is challenge after challenge. Save probably could have been made there. Mac does get the goal, and now QUT up by 2 goals.
Yeah, just lucky touch finds its way through. Ka-chow goes the goal. Pretty nice to see, but QUT, I mean, they struggled last week. Let's be honest. They weren't really at full strength. They weren't as aggressive as we've typically seen them. Ultraviolet didn't really look like they were fitting in just yet. Completely different this second week. I'd like to think it's because they scrimmed and practiced and got ready together and are now more in form. That's what my head is telling me right now, as is my heart. We'll see if Swinburne can respond, but so far Swinburne, they've just looked sluggish in comparison.
And QUT, they did take that series last week to Game 5 against Macquarie, and obviously, as we've just seen Macquarie, when they turn the burgers on, they are a very, very hot team. So, sometimes they've been a little bit relaxed, they've been messing around a little bit, but when they're on, they're scary. So I think Game 5 is definitely still quite deep, so they were not playing best as a play a little bit better this year.
Ooh. Shots on from Mac, but it's not going to go in. And now Scout will start to clear back up the other way. Jacko behind the midfield line. Looking to go across. One swing, one miss. Reset for Jacko. Unable to make the play underneath it either. Next up is Jonk. Wants to stay behind it. Ultraviolet keeping it low, keeping behind it. Jonk is giveaway.
UT side just too cool, calm and collected right now for Swinburne. They're keeping the ball close when they need to. The challenges are great. Timing is fantastic. Very well aware of where their teammates are on the court, and they're able to keep really good control and pressure against Swinburne. After taking this ball to the wall, full boost in the tank, looking to maybe go for a solo play here. Doesn't quite get the reset. If the ball is back in Swinburne's.
Max will play midfield, goes across to Ultraviolet, able to stay with it. Jonk rotating back. Off the side wall, but can't go too far. Another challenge. It's a double commit, actually. That could open something up. Jacko down, not in. It's Mac's shot, but it's wide.
A little bit off target on that one, but still, UT have retained control. The ball goes across the face of the net from Ultraviolet, but very there, be able to push that one off. Side Scout there, ready for the read, going up for the solo play, takes it over one, the 50, sending the ball wide though. All Swinburne has control and they're hungry for long.
They are. Moldy Shoe can't find it. It was off the side. It needed to be. They do see Scout looking to chase this one down. John's going to be able to collect it. With 20 seconds remaining. That's just going to find its way through. Maybe we got something special cooking. 1 second left. Well, 1 goal, 16 seconds left. It feels like 1 second left.
It's doable. It's a kickoff goal and maybe then some if the kickoff doesn't immediately result in a goal. We just need a little bit of follow-up here and maybe Swinburne can equalise this one. Maybe we'll go to OT. Not with a kickoff like that though. Go back down their way, but Mac's going to be there to read that one. Back to UT's up, and they get another goal, and Swinburne equalise. It's not looking likely. This may be it for Swinburne and QUT take this first game.
QUT, I want to say they comfortably took the game because it did feel like for about 4 of those 5 minutes, they were the team in control. 12 shots to 4 reflect that. However, Swinburne, to their credit, did make it interesting towards the end. Not the impact from Scout, though, I was expecting to see, at least not in game number 1.
I mean, looking at QUT's shots, I know 12, that's obviously 12 shots compared to Swinburne's 4 is quite a lot, but I think the thing we have to remember here is 8 or I think it was actually 9 out of those 12 shots were in the first minute and a half of the game. Only 3 shots taken in the further 3.5 minutes. So Swinburne were definitely doing very well to keep them out of the scoring half. Towards the end of that game a little bit, just not enough to quite pull the game back, but hoping that the series is a little bit tighter as we go, because that was looking very dominant to begin with.
Yeah, that was a very, very dominant blue side showing, and we'll see if they're going to be able to continue that as we gear up and get ready to go into game number 2. If Swinburne's going to come back into this one, we got to see a bit more from them. Midfield play, defensive play. They have to find ways to break up the Mac and Jack aggression. And I mean, I look to you, Borky. How would you do it?
Oh, that's tricky for one. It's hard when they manage to retain possession in their offensive half so well. Maybe we do need to see a little bit more of possession out of Swinburne. They're kind of waiting UT to take the shots and essentially waiting for that counter-attack that we saw, UON able to capitalize so well on against Murray in this first match. I don't think that's the right play here. I think they need to dial up the aggression themselves, challenge early like this. Eventually, they're going to force QT to actually use those shots. They're very, very good when they're on the ball, retaining that control, creating those kind of solo plays, or passing the ball off the last second right of the net. Challenge them early and force them to let go of the ball down the middle of that field. And maybe a challenge can go the way of Swinburne.
Scout, straight into Mac. Can't do too much after that. Ultraviolet's going to chase it to that opposite side. Now a pinch off the roof, looking for Jacko, but the ball goes backwards instead of forwards. Follow-up double commit from Mac and Jack. Doesn't go their favor. In fact, it goes the other way. Good thing Ultraviolet was back for the save.
for almost a follow-up or almost a bit of a redirect off Junk as well on that one. Moldy Shoe taking the shot there to block. Now looking to create an opportunity of his own. Ultraviolet on the wall though. A challenge from Moldy Shoe. Ultraviolet still in the air, gets the 50. We've got an open net now. Junk makes it back for a diving save, and still we are 0-all in the second game.
That we are. Here we go. Scout. Get them onto the middle of the field. It's going to be Moldy Shoe now over the top instead. Scout backboard. Doesn't stay with it. Back versus Jonk. Use it for Jonk to make a play rotating back, but instead just throws it right down the Moldy Shoe. Well read from the red side. Tries to get an insane angle, but isn't able to find the shot.
And the one thing I am noticing as well, Formal, that I would love to see Swinburne do a little bit better, and I think can work really well for them, is just not playing the ball away as much as they are. Sorabank and Moldy Shoe just then putting it back down the other end of the field, but there were no teammates ahead of him at the time. He was first man. There was nobody there to actually collect, go for a redirect, or at least try and put the ball on net. They need to keep it a little bit closer, even in their defensive half where they're getting challenged by QT and not putting the ball away so easily.
No, they're not. As we see it play across the middle of the field, there's the shout from Scout, and it punishes the pre-jump. Right underneath the ball goes. First goal over to Macquarie.
QT showing how aggression can be a little bit too much sometimes, pushing up just that little bit too far without any third man able to get back in time. Burn on that one, but not to discredit the shot as well. It was a very, very clean, very nice little team on the other side.
And it will as Jacko now go opposite corner. Actually, kind of winds up going back against the Mac. Up, isn't able to go too much further than that. Pushing more and more towards the net. Jonk, Mac. Ultraviolet, they don't find each other. Ball comes back up the other way instead. An opportunity for Moldy Shoe, perhaps. Into the corner we go. Wants to get it centered now. Has to go solo because no one's midfield. And instead, the defense will cross them up, will find the clear. Good job by QUT because they turn it into a point.
In the form of demos, in the form of bumps, starting to heat up a little bit more from both sides. Mac almost a great goal there, but it does hit the crossbar and bounce out. None other than Jacko able to follow that one up though with Sabotage.
Now it's the double commit on defense, and unfortunately for Shoe and Scout, they were each so close to making the save, but neither could get there in time. Again, QUT, they're so efficient, they're so decisive when on that attacking half. It really will challenge your defense, and could be seeing it again right now. Moldy Shoe can't get it past Ultraviolet, who will look to center that play. Mac is there, Jacko right behind. Mac goes first, misses the ball, saves it for Jack, who does get the better of Scout, but Jonk is able to get to the ball first.
Now with no boost in the tank, goes to the shot, does send it a little bit too far to the right. Now with an optional reset, trying to get it over Jonk, who does get the challenge on the ball there. Moldy Shoe trying to get it past Mac on the backboard. No boost in the tank, very well recognized by backboard.
Takes it back down to Ultraviolet now, who had a peek and wasn't able to turn into a shot. Way across the middle of the field, shots on is saved. Scout wants to try to rotate back. Jonk, next player forward, shut down by Mac. 1 minute to go, still tied. We'll be seeing another overtime. There's the demo. Maybe Mac. Nope, not fast enough. Jonk with Scout getting the demo. He didn't compensate for Ultraviolet. He leaves it for Mac and clears it back the other way. Jack, backboard. Jonk misses. Oh, what a double!
What a double indeed. Mac passes it off to Jacko. It could not be more storytelling than that. Jacko with the double. Beautiful angle to drop that one down as well. And QT showing off the skill they do have, are in the lead in this second game.
That they are in a 2-1 advantage. Fantastic stuff from the QUT side. They're going to try to add more as well here to the Ultraviolet sidewall pitch. Forward, around the corner we go. Scout there, first touch okay, second touch. And the Ultraviolet, Moldy Shoe going to try to lead the charge with Jacko going back corner, Mac playing midfield. Defense already is set up, and 20 seconds remaining now, Morgie. Swinburne is do or die on this attack.
Absolutely, it is not looking good for Swinburne right now with the amount of pressure that is coming out of QT. Mac looking for another one, faked out the defender there. Ball is still caught in this corner. Swinburne needing to get it out quickly. It does, but it goes to Ultraviolet, who's going to keep this one up a little longer. No boost coming off that wall, going to fake it. The ball is going to drop as well. And UT take this
For the second game in a row, UT takes this one 2-1. However, game 2 a lot closer than game 1. It felt like we got to see a bit more. I don't want to say necessarily aggression from the Swinburne side, but it was more midfield play. It was more controlled play from Swinburne. I mean, still, it is kind of the jonk show when we look at that red side, but I liked how they kept it competitive.
Yeah, definitely. No, they didn't let UT come out like a bull out of the gates like they did in the very start of that first game as well. Swinburne were very aware of the kind of pressure they were going to put on. They were very aware of the aggression as well. They managed to counter it a lot better. Can they do enough, though, to keep UT from sweeping this series? I know Swinburne would want this win here. Obviously, they want the reverse sweep here. They're going to come out of the gates really heavy themselves. Can they pull it back?
We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It's kind of funny how the scoreline can be the same, but we can still kind of notice the team's improvement between games 1 and 2. If game 3 continues, though, the way things have been going, it could be our first sweep. We're again on the precipice of our first sweep of the Elite Series. Not that we necessarily want it, but it is right there for the taking for you.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we get one. Wouldn't it be crazy cool if we went an entire season without the sweep? Like, we've seen already, you know, teams as the likes of UNSW and Macquarie as well, who are arguably, you know, roster-wise some very, very strong teams in this league, not sweep so far. So, you know, you never know. I think it's highly, highly unlikely, but wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of crazy. I just trying to, like, contemplate that. What are the odds to go, what would be, you know, 7 rounds of 4, so 28 series, 28 at the 5s, and no Rios? I don't think that's possible.
I think with there is, you know, looking at some of the teams who are sitting a little lower on the ladder at the moment, it'd be hard to say that we go sweet, but you never know. Out now, sending this one to the backboard, looking for a teammate to follow up. A fake out of the defenders there on Fusion's side. It's starting to look a little bit wobbly in defense.
We believe wobbly, but it's bend don't break so far. Ultraviolet up through the corner, looking to find someone across the middle. Finds a couple angry midfielders. I suppose John doing a lot of work to bring it back to the other side. Moldy shoes there, but not put it in.
Kind of passed it back to Swinburne on that one rather than progressing the ball forward. A shot out of John goes wide there. UT having to be a little careful of where they're putting this ball right now, because they're putting it in a spot where Swinburne can score it. They're kind of helping them essentially on offense.
How does a shoe get moldy?
Ooh. Like leather shoes if they're left out in the rain. And
yeah,
leather shoes can go moldy.
Yeah, I guess it's easier than I'm thinking. I don't know. Just the idea of a moldy shoe, I've never really stopped and thought about it.
You know what?
Gross. It's kind of gross.
It makes you realize how much we really just don't pay attention to some names. Like, where do some of these names from? Who decides to call them? No offense. Who decides to call themselves moldy shoes? Why?
I don't know. I like Scout, though. I think we've spoken to Scout before, and it's because of the Scout armor in Halo, which is always, you know, a nice little fallback. Here comes John straight down the middle, but not able to put it in.
You a Halo fan, Formal?
I mean, I think everyone. Down. Shot on Moldy Shoe with a strike, gets the first goal.
Swinburne now in the lead. They just have to hang on to it here. KGC obviously going right back as hard as they can. But this is looking good for Swinburne. Maybe the first time it's looking good for this series so far. They want to hang on to it.
We'll see if they can. Jacko straight down the middle, doesn't get the bump. Good job by Scout, able to avoid it. However, demos are still happening. It's just going the other way. Ultraviolet, Ross are down, not in. Oh, it looked good. Not enough.
They're retaining possession here. Jonko managing to clear that one out after Jacko ran out. also, the 50 almost goes in net, but Molly Shoe right place, right behind him.
Yeah, and now we come around the corner, pitch, midfield. Dom gets there first, want to keep the attacking pressure on QUT. Just over a minute remaining. They could be getting shut out. Here comes Moldy Shoe, second goal saved by Mac.
Making me think, Formal, we need a Halo league. I miss Halo. My brother is 11 years older than me, so I may have been late 90s, but I grew up living, breathing Halo. Like, Reach was my #1 game in the game.
There you go. I have on good authority from production. The answer is no, not happening. I was so tempted to say yes, but it's not April. Unfortunately, no Halo on the cards just yet. Here we go. 38 seconds remaining. Moldy Shoe, backboard, finds Jacko. Donk now. Oh, that's an awkward touch. Ultraviolet's there, puts it on. Scout with the save.
Looking so close here, QT. They want to take this one away quickly, but time is running away from them right now. 20 seconds left on the clock. They have to do something right here, right now. And even then, it only really takes it to OT. Jacko with gets 50 on that sidewall. And taking it back down there, and John looking for a goal, trying to get it past these QT defenders, but they're going back the other way again. 3 seconds left on the clock. It's looking like Swinburne's win, and they will take this game. No sweep just yet. Not tonight so far. Maybe next series, we'll see. But right now, we do have QT up 2-1 against Swinburne.
Yeah, we stay sweepless here in the Elite Series. Why not? I love it. I love it. Again, it's just showing how close this competition is. And Swinburne, they've been improving each and every game. Have they, scored more than 1 goal in a game? Well, not quite yet, but sometimes you only need one, Morgie, especially when the defense played us lights out as they did. 8 shots, 5 of them were saved, 3 of them not quite where they needed to be. QUT, that explosive attack, is kind of slowed up.
It is fizzling a little bit. I think it's because Swinburne are putting on that pressure. They are creating those aggressive attacks themselves. The ball, in that first game, the ball was in QUT's half far more than it was in that last game we just saw now. Obviously, Swinburne's able to capitalize on that and take that win. But QUT, I'm assuming going to look to take it out here. They don't want the opportunity to give Swinburne more of a sweep.
No, they do not. So what happens? Like, if there is going to be a sweep tonight, looking at the schedule, I'm putting it on our final game. I'm putting it on New South Wales. I think that could be where we see the sweep finally happen, but who knows? They didn't get the sweep last week. We'll talk more about that when we get closer to... Well, now that's... Did I look at the wrong side?
I think it was that was the change.
Oh, there was a change. Okay. Yeah, my run sheet, which is really official and formally printed out, does say UTS versus New South Wales. But, hey, that's changed. That's good to know. All right, here we go. Ultraviolet through the corner towards the net. Not
UTS UNSW at 8:30, and then our final game of the night, RMI UTS. I mean, I want to say 9:15, but also don't want to jinx things. I would have said that last week before we had the delays. Nonetheless, UT coming out swinging in this one. Ultraviolet does take the first one.
a good backboard setup. Ultraviolet there. I liked how Mac was just parked under the ball. Like, zero chance they're going to have a positive impact on them if the ball falls onto them, but it's just the aggressive positioning that defines QUT. I don't know. I like it. I think it makes them fun. It gives the team an identity, and Ultraviolet also helps them get a goal.
They're taking up space on the field. They're throwing defensive players or offensive players, depending on the end that it happens. They're throwing that all out of whack, and I can appreciate that. Far in a spot. Not allowing your opponents to be able to reach that ball is important. We're going to see a shot now out of Moldy Shoe. It does get saved though. Jacko in control now. Full boost in the tank. Going to look for something special here. Tries to go for the reset. Doesn't get the touch though. John going to try and get this ball out.
Moldy Shoe is killed. Here comes Ultraviolet. Has to jump for it, but is able to reach it. I'm kind of looking at this game right now, Morgan. Just based on what happened in the past, UT scores another goal, they probably win this one. So far, we haven't seen this red side get more than one goal in a game. Still looking for their first now, but Yes, Swinburne's attack is just not there.
No, it's not. But defensively, or the midfield play, at least I must say, has picked up a lot more than we're seeing far fewer shots out of QT. Both sides in this game. 3 shots to QT and 2 shots to Swinburne. Sorry, make that 4. Make it a converted shot as well for QT. 2 out of 4 is pretty good for this match, and they have a nice ability.
Yeah, that was just a strike from Jacko, straight down and through. 2-0 lead. Great stuff from the blue side, although this kickoff looks pretty good for Swinburne. Moldy Shoe can't get it over Mac. Doesn't matter, because John puts it in.
It was almost looking like that was going to be it, and QT were going to be able to get it out. But nonetheless, great positioning out of these players. His scout pushed up quite far as well, although starting to turn his car around there, maybe recognizing that John was there for the follow-up. So they're going to have to be careful. I know they're going to want to play aggressive here. Need to watch that.
I think they will find it as Ultraviolet goes corner. John tries to cover it off. Jacko now off the backboard, looking to bring it back the other way. Pinch underneath. And leave too much back. Tries to backflip it in, but it's not.
That would have been such a just random wild shot, a wild play out of Mac and Jacko there, but they not managed to convert that one. Looking dangerous from Zhang, puts that shot on over 2 defenders in net, and we have a tied game.
Wow. Not only do they score 2 goals for the first time this series, but it's 2 goals back to back to equalize. In clutch situations, just like how they were down 2 games, they're looking to bring that back as well. 1 goal away to take the lead, momentum back in Swinburne's favor. Kickoff goes their direction. Jonk waiting in the wings. He did it for the first kid. He do it for the third. Not this time. Loses possession to Mac.
Into the pass off to Ultraviolet. Does manage to get it, but maybe not quite exactly where Ultraviolet was expecting that one. He does send the ball to that side. So Mac trying to follow this one as well. Jonk getting it out just in time, and we are looking at the attack. Unless QT can get this one out.
So Mac loses the 50. Ball falls back into the corner. It isn't able to go too much further than that. Scout now racing back to full boost. Swing in the mid. Scout stays behind the ball. Again, stuck in the backboard. Moldy Shoe. Clears it outside to stay with the play. 50 though. Goes again in favor of the blue side. UUT, they're the one playing for the series win, and Mac finds the golden goal.
Under a minute left, just as the clock ticked over to 59 seconds, QT have found one more. Mac, great placement to get it over Scout, over, who was that? That was Moldy Shoe, I think, and then past Scout as well to that far edge of the net. QT up by 1 now. Not much of a buffer, but something that they can hold on to.
I mean, it's only less than a minute to go. You'd think it would be simple enough. Just don't allow them to put the ball in. But Swinburne, they're not giving up just yet either. It's Scout leading the charge to the corner. John doesn't get the position we're after. Moldy Shoe. And Ultraviolet instead up in the corner. Ultraviolet stays underneath. But it's a deep clear back the other way. Scout wants it. Scout takes it. And we're tied once again.
No, the fake out as well on this one was Jacko. Just not touching the ball in time, not reading that one well. Not much had to be done there to put that ball in. Swinburne equalizing this game with 33 seconds left on the clock.
And now I feel like next goal puts this game away, be it regulation or overtime. It's that tense. Double whiff! It was the whifty, but the follow-up shot's not where it needs to be.
Oh no, that was looking so close. QT gonna put on another one. The save there from Scout right in that top corner, keeping this team alive right now. He's gonna get centered, but Swinburne are gonna go back down the other way, maybe looking for this final nail in the coffin themselves. Can Moldy Shoe take it? It does get saved by Jacko. Gonna drop down, and we are going to go to OT.
OT to determine, well, where the series heads, or if it heads anywhere at all. We could be finishing with 1 QUT strike. However, John has a teammate. Their name is Scout. They don't win the 50. Ultraviolet brings it back more towards the middle of the field. Please keep away from Moldy Shoe. Now gets to play underneath the backboard. Gets demo. Does not matter. Jacko is there. John makes the save, and Shoe clears it out.
Oh my, this is getting close with some of these shots, some of these wild saves as well. Mac going up in the air, gets bumped, goes underneath instead. Jacko with possession, passes it back to Mac, kind of saves it. So Jonk would have been there anyway. We go back down the other way. Scout on the attack now, low boost in this corner. Mac's going to try and get it out.
Mac's going to try and, well, looks semi-successful, unfortunately, for Mac. Scout waiting on the opposite end, makes the first touch. Ultraviolet wins a fantastic 50, and with that demo, Jonk is really on the back foot. That angle almost hits its mark now. That also, unfortunately for QUT, was their one chance on the power play. They give up possession momentarily, deep clear. They might find it back into the corner. Jonk, touch, not going to get it. Demo midfield means no backup for Mac. Jonk doesn't want to pursue, though. It's passive play coming from Swinburne, and it seems to be working.
It was a strange kind of halt on the momentum there from Jonk, a strange tap of the brake to not follow that one. Even with low boost, balls in their half, they need to be careful of handing over possession to QT when they've got an attacking opportunity like that. It's Swinburne on the attack now, a miss from Mac, leaves goal open. Jonk recognizes it, capitalizes on that one, puts it in, and we are going the full-length series for them.
And that we are an overtime win, a minute and a half in, and all of a sudden the reverse sweep from Swinburne is looking very, very doable, Borgie. I mean, the momentum's just been in their favor. You can't count these guys out. Down 2 games, bring it back. Down 2 goals, bring it back again. Even down 1 goal with less than a minute. You know they found it. This is really hot stuff from Swinburne's side.
Oh, absolutely. Particularly Jonk is doing incredibly well right now. 3 out of 4 goals in that one game alone. Definitely holding things up for Swinburne. But my favorite thing for when we see these kind of reverse sweep situations is how testament it is to the team's mental strength to keep yourselves alive when you're down by 2 in a series and fight your way back. It's so exciting. I know they want it so much more than QUT right now. QUT is fighting to stay alive. They just want to hang on to it. Hopefully it hasn't gotten to them too much mentally yet. Both teams with an opportunity.
This is also our 3rd trip to Champions Field in 6 series so far here in the Elite Series. We have a 50% Champions Field rate so far, which is fantastic stuff. Speaking of, with Jacko first goal.
What an angle for this shot as well. Beautiful. Rotates the car perfectly just to get much soft enough that it's going to find that angle, but with enough power that it's going to make it past those defenders. Nice early lead for QT. That's exactly the momentum they want.
See what Moldy Shoe can bring over the top, straight into Mac. Scout wants to make a read, but won't be able to get there. Jacko plays away, off the sidewall, backward. Mac too far forward, not going to get punished. Moldy Shoe brings it back into the corner. Jonk looks up, decides I don't want that, and well, didn't really look like QUT wanted it either. Pressure stayed momentarily on the red side, but they overcommit. Shots on, Jonk makes the save.
Being very careful to shadow that defense just there, and watch the shot as well is very well done when you're playing backwards. Back now with control, looking for a shot himself, tries to get it past Scout, just makes it back in time for the save. Going back to the midfield.
Here comes Jacko across, gets the touch over the top. Oh, that dunk was close, not close enough. Scout still keeping in the safety of the corner. Work to Jonk. Violet tries to chase as well. Ball falls back down. The Moldy Shoe is waiting. Looking for another touch. That's straight towards the net, and it is not.
In possession here has Jacko. Max going to take it to that back corner as well. Scout seeking that ball. No boost in the tank, no Moldy Shoe in the corner as well. Got a lot of players on that left-hand side of the field right now. Ball's going to go loose. Maybe a shot, maybe an opportunity here for Moldy Shoe. Gets the reset.
Jacko towards the midfield line. Scout actually puts it backwards. Would make things a little awkward. Jacko wants to stay with it. There you go. Ball popped up. Scout is there and goes for the deep clear. Mac with boost. Makes an easy catch.
Set here from Jacko, looking for the double as well. Can't quite get that angle, just a little bit too close to the wall to be able to hit that one in. Mac with the save as well. Going to make it two to keep this ball out from Scout right now. He's putting shot after shot on net. And back down the other way, and the ball is in possession of QT. A pass into the center from Jacko, but no teammate inside.
Still 2.5 minutes remaining. Here comes Mac. First touch. No power behind it. Doesn't matter. They kept control instead. Couldn't do too much after that. As we go back across the midfield line, Jonk loses the 50. Scout loses it as well. Mac just slowly rolling it with no boost. Almost took it past the midfield line. Had some help from the teammate to do so. To the backboard we go. Swing and a miss from Scout underneath. Jacko waiting. Centers the play. Ultraviolet. No boost. No shot. In fact, it goes all the way back to the blue side.
My, oh my, things are starting to heat up now. 2 minutes left on the clock. Not enough of a buffer for QT to feel comfortable in this game right now. And as little of a buffer for Swinburne to know that they can still fight back. Demos happening left, right, and center. Jacko gets taken out. We're still on the attack though for QT. The ball's going to drop down. Waterfall down. Can they take advantage of it? No, not quite.
Here we go. Back. Out on the 50, ball goes for midfield line, Ultraviolet over the top underneath who is there. Jacko, one reset. Actually, I don't know if they got the reset, doesn't matter. Well, either way. From there, the ball just gets jammed up. Morgie, we are 1:20 remaining in this match on Champions Field. Only 3 shots have been taken from the Swinburne side. They still need that one goal.
One goal is all it's going to take. We are in quite the deadlock, it seems. Neither team wanting to push up far enough to be able to score right now. A little bit of passive play happening, but with not much time left on the clock, something's going to have to be done now. Moldy Shoe takes the shot. Teammates there, though, not to collect that one. QT trying to get it out quickly, and they're managing to kind of do so. Although Scout's still with an opportunity here. No, it does get cleared away.
As we go, backboard to backboard, Mac is going to try to bring this one back. First touch, avoids Moldy Shoot. Jonk now wants to go midfield. Won't be able to go too much further than that. Gets a demo. That's nice. Here goes Scout. Again, straight into Jacko. Just, I love how QUT is always right there after every single one of Swinburne's touches. They haven't allowed Swinburne any quarter. 18 seconds remaining. Mac nearly puts it away.
Maybe a follow-up there, but no, not just yet. Swinburne looking for a pinch. It goes a little bit wide on that one though. 5 seconds left on the clock. UT just trying to get this one out. They pop it back down the other end. John gets the ball into center though. We've still got the ball up. Scout as well taking this to the wall somehow. There is still time for Swinburne. Can they keep it up long enough? No, it is going to go back down the other way. I'm sure QT is going to drop it, and they do take this.
Yep, that is going to be the case. QUT pulls it off in Game 5, a 1-goal game on Champions Field. The type of thing that you need complete focus and concentration for. No distractions as QUT gets it done. I'm sorry. No, good win for QUT.
They've done very, very well there. Indeed, a very, very deserved win, although it's good to see a good fight series fall.
Yeah, it was a good one for sure. Look, Uber Eats just really wanted to come in the final 10 seconds right there. They were banging at that door. Apologies if anyone could hear it.
I was wondering what you were laughing at.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I don't think it came across anyway. Yeah, good win for QUT.
Definitely, indeed. And looking forward to the rest of our night. We've got some good series still yet to come, so don't go anywhere, guys. We'll see you back shortly.
are back just past the halfway point, Morgie. And you know what? Sometimes the first half goes a lot nicer than the second half, but it doesn't matter if you come across that finish line looking strong. Speaking of which, we're joined by a team that had a stronger first half than second half. It is Mac from QUT. Mac, fantastic start, strong finish, awkward middle. How are you feeling after that series?
I feel great, honestly. Just trying to extend my play time, get those hours in.
I was gonna say, is it tactical, or was there any kind of reason, or what do you think happened there with Swinburne? Because you guys looked so dominant in that first game, lost it a little bit, did bring it back, but
Yeah.
Swinburne were challenging you in those kind of that mid part of those games. What do you think happened?
I think we just got a bit confident, and we definitely underestimated Swinburne as a team because they actually have pretty good chemistry, which I wasn't expecting. So once they started playing smarter than us, we're like, okay, maybe we should probably try to win, I guess. Not saying we weren't trying to win, but try to win better.
That's, I guess, locking in under adversity. At that
Yep.
same token, when it comes to that team synergy, you guys, I guess you and Jacko have been together forever, but kind of a rotating door of that third member. Now we have Ultraviolet coming over from the Griffith side. How has he been fitting in with the team? And is this, you've got it. This is the card lineup. This is one that will last a while.
Well, hopefully, UV is a great player. I think he's like the perfect third man, especially when Jack and I have, we've played a lot of doubles in our time. So he knows how to respect the space between us, I guess. And he just fits the role perfectly. So hopefully that'll play in our favor for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to be some really good synergy amongst the three of you. And, Formal and I have talked for a couple of seasons now about you and Jacko being that kind of dynamic duo in the team. And it does seem like Ultraviolet fits in really, really well there. I mean, not that you guys are needing too much of it right now because you are gelling well together, but is there any kind of plan for training going forward?
That is, I'm not sure. I guess we could discuss that. We haven't really considered it. I don't know. It's still pretty new. A couple of rounds in, we'll see how we do and go from there, I guess.
Fair call. And I mean, you've been doing this for a couple seasons of the Elite Series now. Moving ahead, what are kind of the goals for this team? Because it feels like that deep run still is kind of eluded QUT. Do you think that this is the season, right opponents, right lineup, that you can make that long run?
I think we have a much better shot this season, but obviously there are some very strong teams like UON and Macquarie. I think they've always been our competitors, so, and I guess Griffith too. So I don't know. I'm just excited for it, I think, especially with the new trio.
Excellent. Well, we were excited as well from our end to see where that one goes. One last time, Mac, congrats on the win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Mac joining us from the QT side. They're going to be happy they got that win. Kind of makes up for the rough start that they had. Being 1-1 at the end of the second week, Morgie, you're still right in the thick of it.
Oh, absolutely. It's I'm sure there's going to be a lot of upsets to come throughout the season. Week 1 is not very telltale of how things are going to go. So 1-1, it's a good start.
Yeah, and you know what else is a good spot, Morgie? When you're sitting at your desk with a AGON by AOC monitor in front of you, providing that best in class monitor solution for all your gaming and all other needs. AGON by AOC, it is the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. So a big shout out and thank you to AGON by AOC, as well as Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and select ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie McGurring will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
What a good mix of sponsors as well, Formal. I mean, a monitor partner and noodles partner. That's like the perfect gaming night. And obviously, we wouldn't be where we are without the sponsors. They are incredible, massively supportive of the league as well, which is what we love. We've got to support our university students, the future RLCS players. So excited to have them on board.
My housemate was nice enough to help make me like a little something, a little food something. And it was, you had your veggies, you had your meat, and you had your rice. But you know what it was missing? Some of that seasoning. And I wish I could have been there when he was making it to put that Indomie seasoning over. I use it for everything. I seriously put it on anything. It's so good. I digress. Let's look ahead to our next game, though. We are past that halfway point. We have a matchup between UTS versus the University of New South Wales. And if we are going to see a sweep, Morgie, I love UTS. I think they're an exciting and fun team to watch. This is when we see it.
Yeah, I have to agree. UTS, that they are a good team, and coming into it last season as our new roster, it was really exciting to see them play. They answered a lot of questions. They're a strong roster, but UNSW is terrifying this season. Although we are missing Taragane tonight, we do have Steve and we do have Zen returning as well. So maybe still enough for them to get that sweep. That could happen, but UTS are definitely going to be fighting hard for it.
Well, we are seeing a sub on the other side as well with Bass coming in. So a couple subs on either side. Look, if we go back by the performances that we saw in week 1, Taragane historically has been New South Wales star player, but Zen was the one who popped off. It was Zen getting all the clips. It was Zen who looked nigh unbeatable. And without Taragane, I still think maybe, just maybe, New South Wales still will be able to put it through and maybe get that sweep. And especially with Springle Pack, arguably UTS's strongest player missing as well. Like, I feel as if this is looking, even with the subs, in New South Wales' favor.
I think that's what's going to make it interesting, though, is we've got potentially 2 star players missing. I know, obviously, like we said, Zen has come in as that new star player for UNSW. I think it's very back and forth with that roster. I think Tata will still be that star player some games, some series, some weeks. Zen will, Steve will. They go back and forth a lot, but still missing Tata and then missing Spring Hopak, as you said. UTS is arguably number 1 star player. Will make this interesting.
It will be a fun one. 2 subs, but at the same time, strong players on the New South Wales side. UTS, they will be on the back foot. Be able to see if they'll be able to get one back in and maybe bring it back the other way. I mean, if I'm making a prediction, though, Morgie, I'm still going 3-0 in favor of the defending champ.
They didn't go 3-0 last week. They didn't go 3-0 last week. I don't know. Oh, it's tricky. I want to say 3-1. I want to say that there's going to be a little bit of relaxed gameplay. They're going maybe a little bit of overconfidence as well. I'm going to say UTS, but I do have to agree. I think this series will go the way of UNSW.
Well, we are going to be jumping onto the pitch right now. It is UTS in blue with UNSW in red. 5 minutes on the clock for game number 1 in this best of 5. Kicking off, we are underway, and it's Brown Stickman, the substitute player who gets the touch off the kickoff, sets up Zen. Good save, though, by the defense.
Steve now with possession, going for a double, though. Stimpy able to read that one. And centering that again. Zen just kind of lurking in the background there. I don't know if that pump was intentional or not. He's trying to get everybody out of his way. Breezy leaving that one open a little bit, not a shot on target.
It's Zen. Everything he does is intentional. That said, Greasy's shot nearly comes through. Steve has to make the play from underneath. Pass, looking for Greasy, looking to pass back to a teammate, but no one's there, so Steve will collect on no boost. Might not matter. 50, won by Stimpy. Looking to bring it back the other way. Zen gets there first, pops it up, but not back down. Here comes Greasy across the middle. No shot, no chance.
What was I thinking? It's Zen. If it's a bump or a demo, it's always intentional. He's looking for the double, doesn't quite get the angle, but nonetheless, Zen is there to follow that one up and are up by Golden.
Stimpy was going up to challenge, it looks like, and just completely misread where Steve was going for the ball. I'd love to have actually seen that play from Stimpy's POV, just so I can understand what caused him to make that play. I think something about Steve's approach was very deceptive, and that's what allowed the really nice pass.
And now getting 50 in this corner, Brownstick there. Not enough boost in the tank to make it to that one. Leaves it open. Teammates are aware of that whiff about to happen. Pass comes in and steals this first goal for UTS.
Zen may have been positioned to respond, but just got absolutely body checked out of the way as well. So The reaction time was there to make a save off the whiff, but it was a proactive bump coming from the UTS side that helped find the goal. Really good stuff from the blue side. Really nice goal, and well, tie game once again. We'll see how difficult it is for either of these teams to find the go-ahead.
I feel like nothing's going to fire Zen up more than a calculated, highly valued bump going against him, resulting in a goal. That's his play style. No one else can take that away. Steve trying to go for a shot there. Steve, though, here, do have a little bit of back and forth at the moment. It seems like anytime UNSW has been trying to get it out of their half, UTS are able to 50 it, although Zen is lurking high up in the field at the moment.
Yeah, it might be, but also just completely missed that pass. So, yeah, not smooth sailing for the New South Wales side right now. Zen wants a reset to the backboard underneath. But he's there, at least not straight away. Steve still puts one on off the post, and the stick man gets the goal. 2-1 lead for New South Wales.
Nice little follow-up, nice little 50 there. A shot out of Zen goes astray, a shot out of Steve goes astray as well. Breezy does try to get that one out, but rounds to follow up, and there we go. Force that one instead. UNSW now up by a goal again.
Good goal. I mean, it was just all set up. Again, as with a couple of the teams in this event, sometimes you just feel like they have that on switch that they wait for special moments to flick. They always will feel dangerous until they do. New South Wales epitomizes that. They have a 1-goal lead right now. They might even ease up a bit. They might let UTS back in this one. It always feels like they might be able to score at will. At least when they put the ball more towards the net, Steve just kind of corners that one and then pulls away.
Just kind of back off a little bit there and kind of allow UTS to take that one. Allow Bass to bring the ball back down the other end. Zen coming off the roof though. Can he get there? No, not in time to beat pace. A whiff out of Breezy though leaves it open for UNSW. Zen can't put that one on net.
Fine. There we go. Here comes Stimpy. Oh, the net looks open. Stickman will make the diving save, and Zen waiting for it in the corner. Will look to cut off. Bass actually goes underneath while the ball goes over the top. There's the reset. There's the shot, but the save is made off the
Steve now with an opportunity to take this one, goes off the roof, but does get Breezy falling almost in the way of that one. It's going to try and take it to the wall. Bass though there to collect that. Steve and Zen now both of them up in the air, kind of getting in each other's way, tripping over each other's feet. The ball is going to be pushed out.
And not able to make it up the side wall. It's just open, and Bass gets credit for the goal.
Hang on, what? Why? Hang on. Steve. Oh, Steve. Right, okay. Okay. My bad on the read there. I thought Steve had the boost as he was turning in. Didn't realize he went the boost instead. Second goal. Maybe not enough faith in UTS to score that one, but they have done so.
Yeah, UTS, all of a sudden they're 1 goal away from the game 1 upset, which would be a fantastic sort of statement way to start off this series. Especially, you know, in the double sub situation. Ball now up for grabs. Here comes Zen. Play off that side wall. The stick man right behind. Won't be able to make a read on this touch if he's not fast enough. Has to wait for a Greasy to drop it back down into their lap now. Still being held in the middle of the field. Zen has Steve in the middle, but will go corner instead. There's the pass down. Where is Steve? Not fast enough to get over the top of Greasy.
He is feeling a little bit, I don't want to say relaxed out of UNSW right now, Formal, but they're not seeming too pressured, I guess. They're not seeming like they've got too much fire in themselves right now. They're kind of taking it a little bit chill, a little bit easy. Maybe not time when the game is tied, but maybe a shot here from Zen just goes a little too wide.
Steve now not able to get the next touch. Around the corner goes Zen. Now he's going to chase this one up into the corner. Reset. Nope. Reset. Let's it drop. Tries to play the side wall. Again through the corner looking for a drop down. Here's the stick man, and that's the go-ahead goal from the sub. The stick man takes the late lead.
Perfect placement into that top corner. Credit to Steve as well to carry that one off the face of the net and put it in Stickman's lap for that shot. 2 seconds left on the clock. It's going to take a kickoff goal out of UTS, and they equalize this and take it to OT. The ball's kept up in the air. Bass does have full boost. Kind of puts it a little bit too far back into the corner there. Greasy with the follow-up. Stimpy with the shot. Ball's gonna drop down off the save, and UNSW take this first game in style.
Slightly over the top of Bass, and there it goes. You know what, Morgie? In the Rocket League match, we are all fam.
Seeing this get spammed in the chat every game, it's something that stream is missing out on at the moment, but we have seen
Every game.
in Rocket League, in this Rocket League match, we are all fam. We've seen this, I can't lost count. This is the chat in the first few series. It's insane.
It's always there. It's always there. Because in this Rocket League match, we are all fam. New South Wales up 1 game. That was a good credit where it's due. UTS, they did a good job finding opportunities for themselves, getting those 2 goals across. But when you looked at the shot differential, it was 5 shots for UTS, 12 for New South Wales. And at that ratio, I just don't see UTS taking this series. They have to find ways to slow down the shot attack coming from the red side.
Absolutely. And I mean, like I said before, Paul, it doesn't seem very intense from UNSW right now. I think if they turn the Jets, they will be up by a few more goals. Stefan credited with the most goals, or the MVP from UNSW in that game as well, for not being kicked out of Zen and Steve, not because they can't play at their peak right now, but because it seems like they're a little bit chilly
at the moment, but we'll see. Maybe a 1-goal game might fire them up, or maybe they have to drop a game first. We'll find out. Initial attack actually is going to be coming from the UTS side, or is it? Good pass over to Steve, gets intercepted by Stimpy, who turns it into a shot. Great stuff out of Stimpy there.
Definitely putting the pressure on, honestly, all of UTS right now, really managing to do well and keep this ball in UNSW's defensive half. UNSW almost looking like they're struggling to get it out. The 50s coming out of UTS right now, too strong, but we do go back down the other way. Steve looking for a center, low boost in the tank. Back into the midfield.
Here goes Zen, up the side wall. Oh, it looks pretty open in front of them. A reset could give them the distance, and underneath we go. 1-0 lead for New South Wales.
Beautiful play coming out of Zen to fake that reset there. Bass looking for that one. Zen able to take it underneath instead. This is the kind of making plays I expect to see out of this side. It's not going to come out a little bit more in the second.
Nope. Straight away, Zen. Yes, the deep will clear off the kickoff. There's nobody in the corner to challenge. Eventually out of the corner. Able to play it through. Zen puts it backwards. No psycho this time, Steve. Full boost to the corner, up high. Bass wants to challenge, but loses out.
Stress for a second on that back pass. It looked like it was almost going to go past it and straight into the net, but give credit where credit is due on the Psychos. Now the clear back down, use the ball straight to Zen. The challenge is out front and center from UTS though. Keeping it away from UNSW just enough, not allowing them to score, but kind of tempting them in front of net a little bit right now.
You see it back to Stickman. Now it's going to look for that next touch, but can't go too much further than that. And we'll have to come off that wall. Low dribble, looks to pick up some pace, but still can't get the goal.
Now with boost, goes over 1, looking for the second as well, gets it past 2 defenders. Put another score on the tally for Browns and gets another goal, and UNSW now up to a 2-goal buffer.
You know, every time we kind of see like these super strong teams that have a sub, you always kind of wonder, all right, what level is this sub? Are they going to be able to keep up with, like, you know, the super team situation? When Kazi was a sub, they just took the game over and we started playing Kazi ball. Stickman kind of just fits in as that third member. Like, it doesn't really change the style at all from this New South Wales side. They're where they need to be, pulling off aerials or pulling off defensive saves. I'm not saying they're at the same level as Talikane, but what I am saying is this team still looks like a well-oiled machine with or without substance.
Definitely, I think you're right. It's definitely very reminiscent of the old UNSW side where they're just able to find this. I was going to say, teammate, be able to gel well. Looking a little bit dicey there. Heard the ding that indicated that we did hit the crossbar as well. So things are getting close. Things are getting heated. Go back the other way.
We'll try to collect. All falls down. Shots on Lobber. Caught by Bass, but it's not quite in till Steve puts it.
Again, another very, very close shot out of the stick man here. The pass down from Zen as well. Picture perfect. Steve with the follow-up to make sure that one goes in. UNSW looking very, very tough.
They are 3-0 lead. Then into the 50. Now starts to bring it more towards the net. Ball off the backboard. Is anyone underneath? No, it's from above where Steve took the shot. Not going to hit his mark, but 100 seconds remaining. Morky, 3-0 advantage. A bit more concerning. 4 shots by UTS, but all of them by Stimpy. No shots from Bass. No shots from Greasy. It's just been, again, a New South Wales suffocation.
Really has been the Stimpy show as well. I mean, like, Stimpy has been playing very well. Almost another shot on the board. Trying to get this one out. Pops it up the basket. Follow-up. Zen's there to smother that one though. Gets the pass off to center. Brown stick man again with the follow-up. UNSW follow up by 4 with a minute left.
Yeah, they just keep piling the points on. The stick man puts it through a 4-0 lead. Great stuff coming from the red side. This is piling on more and more points, it feels like. This is a bit more what I expected in game number 1. And it's also a giant red flag looking ahead to game number 3. Maybe Greasy can get something here. The touch very, very high and wide.
With a massive clear off that backboard as well. Greasy this one out, manages to pay in Brown stick man there. Doesn't matter though. Ball's going to go over the top of everyone from a nice shot then. 5 goals up. They're definitely not putting the brakes on at all here.
No, they are not. Zen just absolutely able to drive that one through. Good stuff from Zen, and here we go. Are these like April Fool quick chats?
I know.
That's what's happened.
That's what I'm wondering, because the We Are All Fan one, and I completely forgot, we've also been seeing beep beep boop boop.
Yes.
The entire, don't.
And the boom goes the dynamite. Don't forget.
Goes the dynamite.
Which is honestly something we should be chatting, Morgie. We are the commentators. When someone scores the goal, boom goes the dynamite.
Like a bit of a fever dream right now, Formal. It's like last week. I felt delirious when we started discussing the positioning of the eggs in the field. The viewers in the back of the goalpost watching the game, and now it's these quick chats. It's all making
Boom goes the dynamite.
Feels surreal, and there we have it. There's the quick chat right out of Formal's mouth. A final shot, final nail in the coffin. Beautiful play, beautiful positioning out of both Zen and Steve to score that one. UNSW, insane game out of there. What is this?
I was behind. Self-accurate. What a game. What a game. Here we go. Game 3 right around the corner now, Morgie. And I was told to read chat. Explicit instructions from producer man to read chat. And all I got was quick chat gibberish.
Yep. Yeah, I'm so confused. What are these?
Jolly
it has
good
to be
show.
the April. It didn't even occur to me in the first game that would be an April Fool's quick chat, but not rather than the players just copy pasting something. But that makes a lot more sense.
I thought it was copy paste at first until it happened 2 games in a row. Then I'm like, wait a minute. Something has happened. That said, we are. It looks like something might be happening on the UTS side, and it could be a car swap. We'll see when we get into this one, but waiting for confirmation as I got kicked to the lobby.
I did too. Let's rejoin.
But we are going to get back into this one very, very shortly. Obviously, there's a little bit of a technical hiccup, and we'll get back into this game. Maybe this can give us. We can do some investigative journalism now, Morgan. We can look into the mysteries of the quick chat.
Actually, yeah, good idea. Does anybody? I mean, while Formal's looking up stuff, I'm going to go about the things the lazy route. Does anybody in chat know what's going on right now? Please tell me that these are April Fool's quick chats. I can't tell anymore. How stuttering over my words. Someone has to know.
Can't activate them. I don't have the controller plugged in.
Looking through.
Unfortunate. Unluckers, some might say, as we will be getting back into that shortly. What is Switch Chat saying?
I wish we could
Investigating the Twitch.
I wish we could use quick chats from. We can't from spectating, can we? I wish we could. I'm gonna start
We
spamming them.
I mean, I don't know. Twitch Chat's talking about stealing lunch money or something, so I don't. They're very clearly they are very invested in this series. They're. I've never seen a more focused Twitch chat here in my life, so that's good to know. Hopefully, we will be kicking off Game 3 in just a few moments. New South Wales again currently up in this series 2-0, looking for that all important Game 3 win. Maybe this is it, Morgie. Maybe now we finally get our first 3-0 in the Elite Series in 2025.
With the way last game went, surely, without luck, I'm not so certain. We shall see. I would bet on it, but I don't know. This game's a little bit wild sometimes.
It can be wild. It can be crazy. We thought we were going to see it with in the past, with the QUT matchup, and that wound up going to Game 5. So who knows where we go right here? We also thought we were going to see it in the first match with Rory. That one wound up going 4 games as well. So if we are going to see the upset game, history tells us it is Game 3 where the comeback will start to happen. So far off the kickoff, nobody has really been able to put on a threatening touch. Breezy nearly had a chance. Tries to throw back to Stimpy, but Zen is.
We have a new Able Calls quick chat in the chat as well, Formal. We've been trying to reach you about your Rocket League vehicles extended mod. I feel like I like Fan better, I like Dynamite better.
Yeah. There is a tier level.
Maybe
The
that's
game
our
of Rocket.
podcast, Formal. Rather than positioning in the stadium, or what were we gonna do? Ranking maps?
Oh, just all tier lists. And we just need more Rocket League tier lists of nonsense. And quick
100%.
chat. The quick chat message tier list is peak off-season content right there. That is deep down in the well of there is nothing else to talk about. So far in this game, well, it's 0-0, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the number of shots that have gone as well. 1 shot by UTS, 2 by New South Wales. Low action first minute and a half.
Definitely both teams kind of sizing each other up right now. UNSW not putting on too much pressure, but UTS very cautiously, not wanting to overextend themselves and give UNSW an opportunity to score. So they're being passive, they're playing carefully. I think it's only going to be a matter of time though, maybe another minute or 2 before things start to get a little bit serious.
We'll see. I mean, no points on the board, it still means that upset, it can be perceived as being just as likely one magic touch. All UTS needs, and Breezy, well, thought they had the setup. Instead, it opens up the net the other way. Great read by the Stickman, and it's a 1-0 lead.
You know, credit on this play here, because a lot of Stickman's goals have been off the back of some very nice passes from Zen and Steve, but he's going to go into this one and do it all himself, set up that 50, take the ball into the corner, follow up the shot as well. And UNSW are up by 1 in what will potentially be our last game.
Bass wants to take it off the backboard, but can't go too much further. Instead, it's going to be Breezy. What a pass! Oh, Bass going to be kicking themselves. So that one does not go
In the corner now, Steve looking to retain possession here, manages to get a pass up into center, but Zen not there to follow that one. Pass though from Stickman up to Zen, just a little bit too far away from that one to follow it up though. Go back to the other end, Bass, sorry, looking for the pass into center. And Greasy not take a shot right now. Zen looking a bit dicey as well. No one there to take advantage of.
So, I don't know how much rugby union you've played, Morgie.
Well,
I played
played, but edited a lot.
I played a very little bit, and one of the rules that was kind of taught to me is like in the ruck, never stick your head up because it's going to get taken off. And I feel like I remember playing one time, and there was a moment where like my head got knocked up, and it just felt like I was standing in no man's land, about to get my head taken off, which is exactly what happened, by the way. I feel like that's what Zen was in that position before. When you have that ball, no boost, no momentum, in front of your own net, it's like your head up in the ruck. You're about to get absolutely demolished. They're going to score the goal. It's just a dangerous position to be in.
I was wondering what the connection was then for a little bit, but I can see it. I can absolutely see it. You know, when you're in that really danger hotspot, you're trying to get out of it quickly. You're kind of panicking. It almost feels like time freezes for a second. You're like, what do I do here? How do I get out of this? Definitely, like I said, haven't played Union myself, but I've been editing it for the last 4.5 years and I've seen plenty of awful injuries to come out of situations.
I played one match. As mentioned before, I got my head taken off. You know, I'm good.
Never again.
45 seconds remaining in this one as we go corner to corner. Fast swings, fast misses. Here comes the play up towards the middle. Stimpy with the chance, actually. This could waterfall down. Double commit on defense. They knew the threat of that touch. And, well, unfortunately for the blue side, it's not going to be capitalized on.
No, not indeed. Just over 20 seconds left on the clock. UNSW only up by 1, but it does feel a little bit slow at the moment. Yes, running out of time here. They need to put 1 on the scoreboard if they want to equalize it. If they want to take it to OT, they need to get possession here. They need to keep a shot on target. 3 seconds. Ball is going to drop down. Zen's going to take a shot. It's not in. 1 more % of power on that one. 0.5% maybe would have put that one in net. It looked like it was about 90% in. Doesn't matter though. UNSW, they only needed to hang on to that 1 goal to win. And they are our first sweep of the season for them.
How did that ball was still in the air when the timer hit 0, Morty?
True.
That should have been a goal. I think Zen got
Should
robbed.
have been 2-0. I agree. Zen got robbed on that one.
Yeah, Zen got. They'll be so heartbroken about it, I'm sure. Fortunately, we are going to hear from Zen in an interview after our next break. Not to mention, still have 1 more game, our big final game. Although the sweep Band-Aid has been ripped off, maybe we'll actually get our reverse sweep Band-Aid ripped off for something else fun and exciting. When we return, game number 4 is going to be UTS taking on the University of New South Wales following an interview with first Griffin, RMIT Griffin. We just did UTS versus New South Wales. We just did that. Let's go. In this game of Rocket League, Morky, we are all fam. And here at AEL, we are all fam as well. So why not bring in a member of the AEL fam and New South Wales player, Zen, joining us after the first sweep of the AEL Elite Series. What took everybody so long, Zen, to finally get a 3-0?
I don't know, man. You're looking at the Macquarie teams that they had diverse, and you're wondering why they haven't swept first.
Oh, they've I mean, Paul and I were discussing earlier how likely it is that we go an entire season without a sweep. You guys broke that for us in week 2. Not that it was very likely either of us thought, but you never know. How did you feel in that match with Tana's replacement?
He's great. He's got powerful moves like 2-touch air dribbles that just demolish AEL competition. He's the best. We're actually discussing he might swap with Tata permanently.
Where did you find the brown stick man? Like, was he, was it in a park? Was it just, maybe washed ashore on the beach? Like, where were the sticks found?
His origins are actually unknown. He just kind of popped in the Discord, last week? So he just wanted everyone to know that it actually is a government name. Yeah.
Well, he's done well. I mean, Paul and I were kind of discussing, you guys just seem to be a team that no matter that third player, no matter who's playing on the day, you all gel really well. And that was the kind of theme that UNSW had last season as well before you joined the team. So, it just seems to be that you guys really do have that synergy.
Yeah, we just don't take it too seriously, hey? We just kind of turn up. Brown Stickman today, he was like super into it, so we just match the energy, But generally, we just take it easy. It is just hit ball into net, and we're really good at it for the most part.
So when you say, they were bringing the energy, was this one of those rare games actually where if we had comms, we would have heard you guys popping off, yelling and screaming and going crazy?
I don't think the caliber of the gameplay today was really representative of any high energy comms, but maybe if we verse Macquarie, you might hear it.
All right, fair shout. I guess moving along then, 2 series down, 5 to go. If you were to give us odds on the perfect season, 7-0, what are you thinking? How likely is it to see from the New South Wales side?
I mean, you look at the rosters, and the only real competition is Macquarie. I mean, I'm looking at them drop multiple games to, who was the team they lost today?
UON?
Yeah, if they're dropping like games to UON, and they're going to game 5 against, I don't know, last week's team, I don't know. Perfect season, looking pretty good.
All right. Well, I appreciate that confidence, Zen. We can send you now on your way. Thanks for coming in for a chat, and look forward to speaking again in the future.
Love you, Formal.
Also, wait, before you go, producer has just chimed in, wants to point out that you lost to UON when you were on Macquarie.
Yeah, but I don't know, respectfully, not to be that guy, but it wasn't really in my favor.
Okay. Yeah, that
I also didn't have. I don't know. It was not in my favor at all. Stacked against me.
All right. I see how it is. All I'm saying is the inclusion of Lunar, the team wins, and good luck on going 7-0. I believe you guys can do it.
I'm getting the longer this conversation goes on, the more
I'm
more
just getting
excited I am for
information
this
fed by
matchup.
the producer. All right, I was speaking on behalf. I'll name and shit. That was a BK comment. All right, he's in my
That's
ear.
BK.
It comes out my mouth.
You're going
I
down
can't
in
be held
points for.
accountable.
I don't know if I like you that much, or as much as I did maybe 30 seconds ago. But you're still okay. You're still okay to me.
Yeah, look, I genuinely believe.
May I make it known as well? Okay, from the Macquarie side, Akame retired like 2 weeks ago, and apparently he's unretired again in classic OC fashion.
Well, yeah, that's just
So
an
maybe
OC
they
retirement,
will be the
though.
winners.
Actually, hold on, Zen. Like, legitimate question, because you've been around for ages. Have you ever actually made a retirement? Because I don't think you have.
I did.
Oh, you did?
And I stuck to it. Actually, I did stick to it.
Well, what do you call this then?
This is just something I do on the side. You know, this is just a fun thing I do. This is like, I don't know, doing afternoon sport. I just
I
turn
think
up
if
and
you're earning-
rock UTS.
If you're earning prize money, I'm not sure you're retired. I think that's how it goes. I don't know.
I mean, if you're technically speaking, but I've reformatted my entire computer and given it to my little brother. Okay, my desk, I don't even have like an actual panel on my desk.
That's actually kind of insane.
I just have a laptop and a book. I'm a scholar
Well,
now.
I hope it's a good book. What book is it?
It's a textbook formal. It's not even a textbook. It's one of these. It's a notebook.
Oh, right. Look, I don't have
Can
the
we-
camera
can
up
I go
right
yet?
now.
Like, this
Okay.
guy's actually testing me. I can't do this.
I think we're in a good spot to call it there. Then
Get me
it
out of
looks
here.
like
I
our
don't
team.
like it here anymore.
No, I was trying to bring it back.
See ya.
All right.
BK
look,
giggling in the background, like I couldn't keep my
we've lost
composure.
Zen. I think we've lost Zen forever. I think we're gonna have to interview New South Wales players from now on. My bad, BK.
Oh, boy.
We still got one more
Well,
game.
Next
We
game,
got-
next series.
we
Yay, one more.
gotta focus up. One more game. RMIT versus Griffith.
I mean, they can't expect us to not be delirious by the fourth series of the night. Well, we're getting a bit old. This is bedtime. But we have one more series left, of course. We can't go to bed just yet. We have RMIT taking on Griffith. This will be an interesting matchup indeed.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of keen for this one as well because we get to see arguably one of the more exciting newer lineups we saw with that RMIT squad. Worthy last week was I put his name on my map at the very least. Looked fantastic out there, and against a Griffith team that looked kind of sluggish and struggling, despite winning their first game. I don't know. I'm excited to see if Worthy can keep up that high level of play that we saw before.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what do we have? I think, RMIT did take it to game 5. Griffith only had 4 games in their series as well. They did lose out to AGON, who are a top team, but I think this will be quite interesting standings wise because we've had I'm losing my words. We had both teams lose last week. RMIT did lose to UNSW. I think they've got more to show. And if I had to pick a winner of this series, I would swing it RMIT's way.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could do that. I'm favoring RMIT in this one. I think it's going to be a 3-1 RMIT victory. And not to be too up myself so far, Morgie. 100% so far tonight, both in terms of series and game length.
Oh, actually, no, you're right on that one. You have had the call tonight.
Now that I've brought attention to it, let's watch it go down in flames. Let's watch it.
Watch you just jinx yourself. Did that?
Oh, absolutely.
Kratos?
I love it.
Kratos extremely washed up in Exile. Did that change? Am I crazy or did that change?
That's the same roster.
Oh, it did say cheeky before. It did say cheeky before though.
Okay, so that's what-
I thought I was seeing things for a second. I
It's
looked
the
away
same
for a
roster
split
we
second.
had. It's the same roster we had last week. The same 3: ADOS, Washed Up, and Exile. We'll see what happens here. Of course, on the other side, it's the same team as well with Exodus, Swaggy, and Worthy, who I'm excited to see maybe live up to that round 1 performance. Exodus as well, a known quantity in this league, has been playing it just like forever, and well, has yet to get those deep results. This could be the best chance.
I might be testing BK here a little bit, or production a little bit with this one, but who is the longest running player currently playing in the league at the moment? Who's the oldest, not oldest as an age, but in terms of time in this league? Who was that?
Is it Zen? Scout, apparently. Scout, I think.
Scout.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Scout.
Okay.
So
Playing
that's
back when
actually-
Lethal was playing.
Oh my gosh.
Way back.
That is way, way back. And I do remember that, actually. That team was pretty solid. They would get deep runs. And they were fun to watch, and well, now we're watching actually a lot of old heads, with the exception of Worthy. Swaggy's someone. Exodus, ADOS, Exile, Washed Up. The other four have been around for ages in the AEL, and you know what? I like that. It's familiarity. It's comfort food.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, but I mean, at the same time, Paul, there's a lot of excitement around new players. And like I said, Worthy being kind of that unknown to us coming into this season. I know people in chat quite familiar with Worthy, obviously. A very talented player, so it's not like he's come out of nowhere, but to us, not being so certain of where he would stand, I think it's so exciting to watch.
It is, but so far in these first 2 minutes, haven't really seen that big impact from anyone yet. Only one shot, though, from the Griffith side, and this is kind of one of the concerns I had about the Griffith team before, but maybe they'll get something here. ADOS hasn't able to turn that into a shot. Worthy just gets bumped off the ball. Here comes Exile around the corner, shut down by Exodus.
It is a bit slow to start with this first game. No one really went in too much risk. Obviously, the more risk, the more potential reward, but he's just kind of taking it easy right now. ADOS was in a great position upfield to put that shot on net, but it does get saved. Really the closest one I've seen yet this game.
Yeah, maybe as well, still due for that first goal. It will be Worthy leading the charge, popping it up, just waiting for a deep drive, and he gets two Griffith defenders to commit to it, but like half-hearted commits. They saved their boost. Neither of them got to the ball, so the attack will remain in favor of RMIT. Off the backboard, and down here comes the shot. Nope, it's off the backboard instead.
Just managing to retain that possession there with a slightly awkward push nonetheless. Did get that away from Griffith. Worthy now on the corner with the ball, a little bit of boost in the tank, not enough to get it away from BkWhatOCE though. Maybe a shot here for Extremely Washed Up, but Worthy just getting it away.
Just now, just to the corner. BkWhatOCE wants to chase it up the backboard, but in case of space, they go for a muskie. Don't really get all of it. As a result, the attack still remains in favor of the blue side. Exodus swings and misses. It is Worthy who will catch. Demo underneath gives Worthy some time, but with not a lot of boost, there's only so much they can do. Exile underneath, backboard. This is a shooting opportunity, but Washington just missed the ball. It looks like they got faked by Swaggy.
Yeah, Swaggy not look close enough to be able to hit that one, but nonetheless, you see Car in the air
Why is
going
no one
up and
shooting?
ball. No, yeah, I mean, you're right. No, there have been a few opportunities here, and no one really after the ball right now.
Ball was just bouncing with nobody going towards it, and it looked like the net was open. I don't really know where the hesitation from Griffith is coming from. That said, ADOS, really good once player, has the mechanics, always dangerous in those positions, doesn't get the ball right there.
Alright, Swaggy taking
Just
this one
allergic
the
to missed
corner.
opportunities.
Nice.
Worthy. Trying to find something. Here we go, looking for the reset across, and there is the shot, and it's Exodus who gets the goal.
Almost a full 5 minutes into the game, and probably, I mean, obviously the most dangerous opportunity we've seen by Exodus does manage to secure that goal. The way this game has been going forward with the slow pace of it, I feel like that could be it. Let's do something right here, right now.
You can breathe deeply again, Morgie. The opportunity was seized. And now there could be another one because it's Swaggy off the interception, looking for a double touch despite the net being mostly open. ADOS is able to get back in time, makes the save, but that's all Griffith is going to make, at least in this first game, as the ball hits the ground in front of a wide open net. RMIT takes game one.
ADOS bumping Exodus right at the end there just to make sure it wasn't going to be another goal for RMIT. Griffith still looking to stay alive in this. I mean, score-wise, Fobble, a tight game. Gameplay-wise, very slow. So I think it's just a matter of which team really steps up the pace here. There wasn't a whole lot of aggression. There wasn't a whole lot of action going on in that.
I have to go back to the tried and true shot method, though. 9 shots to favoring RMIT side, and when you look at the control, when I was getting frustrated at the lackadaisical play, the hesitation, it was all Griffith. To the credit of RMIT, they were committing, they were going for the shots. And on the defensive side is why they're able to clear so quickly, because Griffith just wasn't doing anything. Well, now there's a chance off the kickoff for AOC, not quite going to get there in time. We need to see more proactive play, though, from the team in red here in Game.
Yeah, Exodus in particular, I think, has been doing wonders in defense right now. Take it back the other end. Worthy doing wonders in offense. Over one, great control, managing to keep that control of his car, not necessarily the ball, it into the top corner. And RMIT are up by 1 goal. 16 rather than 16 seconds left in the game. We've got 16 seconds into the game. We finally have a goal.
RMIT Worthy still does exist. That's what we're looking here. Swaggy down across the middle. Exodus, where do you find that touch? 2-0 lead for the team in blue.
That was beautiful. The pass from Swaggy as well. Off the flip reset, straight down to Exodus. Taps that one in nicely. RMIT have found their rhythm indeed, and Griffith are going to have to find theirs if they want to stay alive.
Something about this Griffith team, it just does not feel like the Griffith team of seasons past. It doesn't feel like the Griffith team, season of last season, the one that made the finals. And yeah, okay, Ultraviolet is now off on. I don't know. Washed Up has been a veteran of this team for a long time as well. You would think it wouldn't affect the squad as much as it has, but for those, AEL Elite Series and AEL event, veterans who remember, one critique of Washed Up has historically been passive play, likes to play super deep. What I'm confused about, though, is at least last week and at times in this game, Washed Up has been the most forward-playing member of Griffith, so we know what's going on.
Definitely being challenged a lot. I think it really does come down to who they're playing as well, because if you look at kind of like our rough standings, the rosters we have in the league this season, the games that have been played so far, it's hard to doubt that USW and Macquarie are about the teams. And although Griffith haven't played them just yet, they've come up against the likes of UON so far, and now RMIT, who I would again say that those two teams are vying for that top 4 as well. So I wouldn't say they've had so far, challenging the way they play.
And that it has. But as I said, no. This game of Rocket League, we are all fam. Boom goes the dynamite.
No more. I think I'm siding with BK now on that one. That was not a boom goes the dynamite moment. That was a Worthy, what are you doing in the moment?
I mean, something went boom right there. Worthy's going to make up for it, though. 3-1 as they get one right back.
Maybe a little bit of embarrassment over that miss. Comes back swinging an offense. Worthy with another one on the board. Definitely looking a little bit more reminiscent of the kind of gameplay we saw out of Worthy last year.
Yeah, no, that was better. You know what? This is just further convincing me that Worthy is RLCS ready. We're getting both. Good plays and the just ones that make you go silent and question everything you know about this wonderful game. Exodus double touch off the backboard. Swaggy's there for one.
Oh my, Exodus with a lovely attempt here. Swaggy as well with a great pass up to Exodus on that one. With the shot out of Exodus just then, if that went in, that would have been insane. That would probably, had a few good goals tonight, but that would have been up there for me. Goals. Had that one in, but nonetheless, Swaggy there on the follow-up for that one. 4-1 down this.
Could have been a top 3 goal of the night. Instead, it's going to be forgotten in 2 minutes. Exodus around the corner, not able to find anything there as we go opposite side. Sorry, Swaggy. The goal was we gave you the 3-goal cushion. And as Morgia said before, once you get 3 goals, then you just stop caring because you've already won.
I mean, I would like to think that. I mean, you stop caring in a sense of you feel comfortable. You're like, okay, we're fine. But I think at the same time, when you've got so much time in the game, when you've got 2 minutes left in the game, can be to a team's detriment. They can get a little overconfident when you're up by 3. You can take risks, you can double commit, you can triple commit, you can go for clips. And that's when you lose them.
Yeah, I mean, that can, and we've seen it happen actually in the AEL Elite Series many a time before. We haven't seen this RMIT what happens. Exile wants to clear, gets pumped immediately. Swaggy intercepts away. I don't know. They're still playing kind of lights out Rocket League. It feels like Lost has to go fight. Exile wants the reset. At the reset, lost the ball.
Again, a nice pass down to Worthy as well. Just has jumped this team. Maybe feeling a little bit awkward in their rotation right now, but they're up by 3, as you said, so not too much right now. Swaggy going for an attempt of his own, maybe a solo, doesn't get the reset though.
Oh, Exile goes all the way back now off the backboard. It's going to be Swaggy, but Worthy misses the ball. Exodus off the top post, can't do too much after that. Worthy again. Exodus, they connect. Line ADOS cuts off the backboard. By Worthy. Finds Swaggy, touchdown, and in it goes.
5-1 lead, 4-goal buffer. You would have to be pretty confident at this point with under a minute left as well. A great goal up off that side, or a great pass into the goal technically. 47 seconds left on the clock. It is not looking good for this game. Maybe they're getting up a little bit. Maybe they're leaving all the beans in the tank for next game. We shall see.
We shall see as we go backboard. Second touchdown. Exodus not in.
You're now putting that one to the sidewall in the hands of Exile though. ADOS now with control. Full boost in the tank. Can he do anything with it? No, not just yet. This RMIT side was just a very well-oiled machine right now.
Ooh.
Never mind. I'm gonna stop.
Exodus just had a clear shot. I don't really know what more there is to say with that one. It was just an ADOS strike and in. Yeah, look, you can still be a well-oiled machine and slide out every now and then. Like, grinding moments, but still 3-goal lead with 30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a little bit dicey on the rotation there in that one, but nonetheless you are right. It is a very small hiccup in what has been a fantastic performance out of RMIT right in this series. They've taken this second game. They are up 2-0. They're looking for this for our second sweep of season 2.
Yeah, they are looking pretty good. 5-2, solid win for RMIT, and see where they're going to be able to go from here as we get geared up, ready. One more game. We could get back-to-back sweeps. The perfect record in jeopardy. I'm a little sad by that, but at the same token, I'm not sad at all by how RMIT has been playing. I really want to know how far this team to go and where they can sit. The more I see from Worthy, the more I like it. 1-goal exception, and it's just they're fun to watch.
I think the more and more we see them play, the more and more confident I am in this team being top 4 worthy. I think that they're just playing so well, and it'll be really good to see whether they can make it. Well, I think that will go far in this league in this season. How far?
Yeah, I definitely have to agree for sure as Exile tries to keep it out. Post down, not in. ADOS tries to keep it out. Swaggy will clear to the opposite side now, pushing it back towards the middle. ADOS will create a bit of space. Over to Exodus, but yeah, nothing too crazy at the start. It's just more of the same, which is great midfield control coming from the team in blue, the faster team, the more aggressive team, and the team creating opportunity for them.
Absolutely. They're not taking their foot off the gas. That is for certain. Worthy almost out of nowhere jumps in and snipes this one. Pass from Exodus as well to send that one to the backboard. Swaggy kind of taking it out a little bit underneath. Is not sure where to aim for that save. Worthy puts RMIT up by an early lead in this third game.
Yeah, that was just a great reader right here. Through good stuff from Worthy. He washed up the sidewall. Worthy again taking a look. Shots off and saved by ADOS off that top post.
Back down the other way now. Swaggy almost putting that one on net. That was a little scary. Worthy with the breathe though. That one into center, kind of puts it in the hands of Griffith. They can't take the shot though in that moment. In front of net right now. It's good for RMIT's team. Managed to stay alive now and prevent a shot. Right as I say it though, ADOS is lurking in the dark here. waiting for somebody to make a mistake, sees it happen, sees the 50 foot right into center, and manages to get back off.
I think that was a situation where the trust was there that Exodus would find the touch, and both Worthy and Swaggy were starting to push upfield. However, Griffith, the faster team, faster pass, really well done, capitalizing finally on an opportunity that they created for themselves in a pivotal moment. High game right now. More of that, please, from the Griffith side. Maybe they can come back into it, but instead Exodus, waterfall down, Swaggy too far forward, puts the ball backwards, and now this is dangerous. Wait, where's Griffith? Why are they all back, Morgie? This is what I mean. They don't push forwards.
Yeah, the passive passivity. I can't say it. The passive play. The passiveness is not doing well for Griffith right now. I think that at this point they're tied in this third game. They don't want to overcommit and risk allowing RMIT to be able to counterattack any of these shots. It's been that passive game, but it's just not. It's too passive for them.
And we'll see what they can find as ADOS is around the corner. Shot in, washed up. Tries to stay on it. Swaggy down. Go to the middle. Nice exit. The XL stays on it. Back again towards the center. XL, no. ADOS now looks for a pass to washed up, but it's red. There are 2 defenders in net. Sorry, make that 3 defenders in net. Shot did stand a chance. And yeah, you have 3 defenders in net, Morgan, and yet even still then, we almost get the counterattack goal.
Bit of strange gameplay indeed, but again, I think it's just neither team wanting to risk too much here. Obviously, RMIT want to run away with this sweep, want to make this thing finish early. Griffith like just trying to stay alive in it. Yeah, very much passive play indeed. I did have to look it up. Passivity is the more, I was trying to say passivity. That is the more common word. Never mind that though. Exodus puts this one into the top corner. RMIT again with the lead. Just sitting still there.
Something about like a touch or a shot that you see the moment they hit it, you go, yeah, that one's a banger.
Yeah.
It just lights it up, and it was right there. Oh no.
Oh.
Good save from Exodus. Well done. Oh my goodness, that's got to be frustrating for the Griffins.
Look, as much as I think Worthy has played fantastically in this, I feel like the MVP to me has to go to Exodus. It's both ends. It's the aggression, it's the passes, it's the perfect passes to teammates, and the saves as well that are keeping RMIT alive. That was scary.
To quote my co-caster, if that one had gone in, that would have been one of the top 3 goals of the evening. But unfortunately, it just kind of came off the post instead.
To quote my co-caster, this is going to be forgotten about in a matter of 2 minutes because it didn't go in anyway.
It will be, but my goodness, that was almost magic right there. Washed up now, leading the charge. There's the redirect down. Oh, Exile, you got to hit that, especially with less than a minute remaining.
Less than a minute, 45 seconds, we will have it. Swaggy dropping this one down to Exodus. Maintain that control, pulls up the ball though. Not the control we were after in that moment. Ball's going to go back down into RMIT's path though. It's just, again, we're seeing over and over again, Formal just not capitalizing when they have the ball in their hands. They're waiting for strange moments, not to risk things. Gotta shoot now though, we've got less than 20 seconds, something's gonna happen.
Swaggy's gonna score an open net.
Yep, wrong way.
That's what's gonna happen. There you go. Well, I think that's gonna put the dagger in this series.
I think you're right, unless Griffith really change their playstyle in the next 14 seconds. We need 2 kickoff goals here. We need ultra aggression out this side. We need demos. We need no defenders in net at this point. But it's just not going to happen. No, I thought we were going to see a 4th goal from RMIT. Never mind, it's gone a little bit wide, but we are still out of time for Griffith Formal. It is RMIT who are going to sweep this series. They're going to take it away, make our 2nd of the season, and an extra goal, make it a 4-1 game instead. They are looking good.
Yeah, Swaggy puts one last touch through. I actually like that touch a lot. And it's a little bit unfortunate that kind of happened in garbage time, otherwise I would be losing my mind. Fantastic final goal. RMIT gets it. That was a sick goal. I'm sorry, it was like a redirect from behind, no boost, still is able to get underneath it. Well done, Swaggy.
That was a sick goal. Honestly, all three players on that roster formal were putting in some magic in that series. All three of them are dangerous in their own way. I'm so excited to see this roster going forward.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, big matchup I want to see is them taking on Macquarie. Right? Macquarie still doesn't look at full speed. This team looks dangerous. I think that's going to be a fun match. Are they at New South Wales level? I don't want to go that far yet. I don't feel comfortable putting any team at the New South Wales level yet, but I definitely feel RMIT could be a contender for that spot.
No, I think you're right with that. And I think, do we know what week we're going to see that matchup? The RMIT versus Macquarie?
Well, it depends if the schedule is correct or not. I've been told by the schedule a couple times tonight. But we would be seeing RMIT versus Macquarie match 1 tomorrow, or well, next week. I wish it was tomorrow. I want it to be tomorrow.
Come on, hurry up. No, I think that'll be cool. I'm actually that's giving me a bit of fire going into next week. I'm excited to see that. I think that'll be so telltale of where things stand. Who's gonna kind of take that second seed for now? Very up in the air.
Yeah, that is absolutely going to be a fantastic one. Also, do stay with us, even though the games are done. We are going to have a chat with Swaggy in just a few moments, getting that interview set up right now. So we'll be keen to kind of see what they have to say. But if before we do, we can actually take a look kind of on how the day did play out. For those of you who maybe missed some of our earlier series, we finally got our sweep, and it happened in Game 3. Shock, awe. It was New South Wales going 3-over against UTS.
Not our only sweep of the night though, as we just had in that last series as well. RMIT sweeping Griffith was our second for the night and our second of the season as well. Obviously, looking earlier on in the night, we did have Macquarie take down UON, another fan favorite, and QT taking down Swinburne.
Could have been a reverse sweep. It would have been so great for a reverse sweep to have happened before an actual trio. But it didn't go that way. QT did kind of salvage it in game number 5. So pretty good. That said, we now have Swaggy on the line, ready to join us for an interview. Swaggy, first of all, congratulations on that win. RMIT looking good, undefeated so far.
We lost last week.
Well, you won in my heart.
Fair enough.
How did you guys feel going into tonight after last week? You know, after losing last week, did you feel confident going into tonight?
Yes. Well, I mean, we surprised ourselves. Getting a game off of that team is pretty hard, pretty difficult. But yeah, first time playing together, and we managed to, put up a good fight against the favourites. So pretty confident going into this week, and hopefully we can do something next week against one of the other good teams.
All right. Now, I know when you win a series, you typically don't have many regrets, but Game 3, about a minute 50 remaining, you almost hit the most amazing redirect own goal. Like, it double posted from midfield. It was fantastic. Do you regret that that one didn't go through?
No, I was actually intentionally trying to miss. I wasn't actually going for the own goal. So, not particularly, no. Should have tried to go for the own goal maybe next time, but was a
if you go for it, it's not as good. It has to be genuine, right?
Yeah. Like... No. The best one's the accidental. They're the good ones. The accidental ones are the better ones. Exactly. That's where it's at.
I mean, whether it's an own goal or whether it's a goal in the correct net, I feel like you guys Formal and I were on the edge of our seats for a lot of that game. You guys had some spectacular goals. Even the goals that were close were spectacular. I gotta ask, have you guys been, I'm not sure if we've talked about this yet, but have you guys been playing together long? Do you scrim against other teams?
We did 2 scrims before our last match against New South Wales, but yeah, we haven't played together since. So no, going into this week, not really. I played like 6-mans with Exodus and Worthy. Played ranked with them as well and stuff like that. So we're familiar with each other, but yeah, obviously we've never played together before this. For the AEL.
Feeling
And
well.
kind of coming together with this roster as well to compete. Like, obviously, taking a game off New South Wales, pretty big. Winning this series definitely has to help that confidence in the 3-0 sweep. Where is your expectations for this team? Like, how far do you think you guys can realistically go?
Well, I reckon realistically we're top 3. I would say. I would say we're probably sitting at that 3rd position. But upsets can happen. You know, we might be able to scrape a top 2. We might even be able to scrape a first. Who knows? But yeah, I reckon there's definitely, if we can, you know, keep up the scrims, keep up the, you know, good comms, teamwork, etc. We're all fast, as Zen said did last week. So we can produce an upset, I reckon.
I'm
Well, I'm going to be
definitely looking forward to
excited.
it.
Yeah, I'm mirroring that, Morgan. I think everybody who is watching along should be working and looking for that one. Either way, thank you so much for joining us, Wacky, and looking forward to see you play Macquarie next week. That's going to be
Yes, that's going to be...
100%.
Might have to do some more scrims before next week.
All right. Well, good luck. We'll let you go hunt those scrims down. So
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
That was Swaggy with us right there. Look, good attitude, good mental. They're ready for it. Better mental than
Yeah.
mine.
I
You're not
think
supposed to say yes to that. Wow.
I said yes before. No, actually, no. I take it back. I agree.
Oh, that was...
No, no. I think that there's good. There seems to be in that team a good mix of being realistic, being humble, but also having some passion for the game and wanting to win. You know, a team that I love hearing that. No pressure for any of the teams in the league. Like we talked about before, they're uni students. They've got a lot going on. Obviously, studies are very important. Is also important. Don't forget that. But hearing that a team has actually put the effort in to tee up the rooms and put that time into train together is really exciting. And you can only get better and gel better the more you do.
I mean, let's take a look at the results again today. There's something I wanted to see again just to make sure. Yep, okay, now they did 3-0 today, and they are the one team. They are still the only one team now, Morgie, to take a game off New South Wales because UTS can do it. Only RMIT.
True, actually. We'll see how long that record stands though, because we've seen UNSW obviously go quite undefeated before. We've seen them drop games, so doing so in the first week was a good feat for RMIT. But these are our results of the day. I think interesting. Again, we've had 2 sweeps, but I think we will take standings now to see where that has left us. Of course, UNSW still sitting at the top, as is Macquarie, the 2 teams we've had so far without having not lost the series. Well, they're looking quite confident at the top.
They are, but you know where I'm looking? Smack dab in the middle. QUT, UON right next to each other. I'm looking at the schedule. They're going to be the final match of week 3. That's going to be the cutoff point right there. So I'm actually really keen to see how this middle of the field kind of plays out right now. A lot of teams obviously tied, but QUT, UON, match 4, Macquarie, RMIT, match 1. Like, you're going to want to stay through the entire broadcast.
My oh my! I mean, I know I feel like a broken record sometimes when we start stream and you ask me how I am and I say I'm really excited for the week, and I always am. But ladies and gentlemen, if there is a week to tune into, it is next week. That'll be so decisive. Macquarie RMIT, that's the game of the season for me. Follow that up with UON to decide that middle pack. That's
and you know what's in between them? You know what's in between them? UTS versus Griffith. One of those teams will win.
Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. Week 3 is the week to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think I'm really keen for week 3. So definitely do make sure you tune in because you know who's going to be with us. You know who's going to be right alongside us, giving us support, giving us clear vision, and feeding us the substance we need for AEL University. I am talking, of course, of AGON by AOC and Indomie. AGON by AOC is our #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. They are the best-in-class monitor that you will find. Best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Movies, streaming, pixel-perfect vision. It's what you want. Big thank you to AGON by AOC and, of course, Indomie, our noodle partner. Made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. Take those packs, put it on your housemate's bland rice, and just taste victory.
Honestly, going to try that next time.
It actually is good. It's actually really good. I'm unironically, I use those seasoning packets on a lot of things. They're great.
Interesting. I think I might take suit of that from now on as well. Actually, sounds like a good tip.
It is a lot of fun. Either way, though, that's going to do us for today. Do make sure to follow the AEL on all of our socials as well. On X, Instagram, you will find us as well. I mean, it's just good stuff. And find Queen Morgie. Go look her up. She's everywhere.
Thank you.
And talk about Producer Man. Do I have permission to explain what I'm doing this weekend? I don't think Producer Man knows what I'm doing this weekend. You know, we're gonna drop that. We're not gonna go into that one. Anyways, thank you all for today. Look out for me. Look out on my socials, and you'll see I'm doing something different this weekend as well. Hope you all have had a good night, and I look forward to seeing you all not only next week but tomorrow as well. Because AEL, more esports are going to be continuing next week, so do tune in then. Same time, same place. Have a good night.